Night, danger,
Canada,
uncircumcised, philanthropy,
stupid stuff,
supercross, pain,
nipple,
machete,
fashion,
a scintillating bloodbath of hellacious fury, evil,
cannabis,
interesting things, awesome,
radio.
Ew! You call that a slit? It's gross! I don't like it! Pee-doo! It stinks! It's not even pink! Your pussy is pussy!
It's the Jason Ellis Show with Jason Ellis. Michael Tully.
I've never been so comfortable with cocks in my entire life.
Andrew Bruce.
No way you get hard just staring at my ass.
Kevin Kraft.
Look at how fertile my twat is.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah! I'm Will Pendarvis!
House is blowing up.
Jason Ellis. This is the Jason Ellis Show.
You gotta have to use your hard dick creatively.
Testicles 1-5. Welcome to the show. I think that the government should figure out how to make a ray, like a gun, that when you shoot you, it just makes you have erectile dysfunction. So if you do anything wrong, you get zapped with the deboner, and everybody knows. When he pulls out the deboner gun, shoot you, you're not gonna have a boner. Calm down, quick. I think that's a great contribution to the country, to the world. Somebody should invent that gun. What's worse, getting tasered or getting hit with a deboner gun? Taser's bad. I'm not gonna lie. At this stage in my game, pretty proud to say that it's gonna take a lot for me to argue with the authorities so much that when they pull out the taser, I go, fuck you, man, and take off somewhere. Woo! Man, did I get real heated that day. But if I was, because that's not happening, if it was to happen, would I, if he goes, shoot you with you won't get an erection for, let's say, because it can't be forever. That's ridiculous. 6 months. Probably fucks with your dick a little bit for a while afterwards, too. 6 months. No bone.
What about the ladies?
Well,
They also can't get erect penises.
Yeah, no, they never. They can. They get their
Tough
little
but fair.
Their little thing gets stimulated.
Yeah, you know, like boners in gym class? They have that all the time.
Why does someone on YouTube say that I look like the kind of person that would jerk off to the Lion King? I've never even seen the Lion King. Why would I
pretty
jerk
hot.
off to it? Why would someone say that about me? I don't even know the Lion King. Are they hot?
No.
I don't get it.
There's a part where a lion falls on the ground and a bunch of dust comes out and it spells sex in the air.
That's right. And
That's
there's
some
that
good beating.
And then there's that song, The Circle Jerk of Life.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because of I dyed my facial hair blonde this morning. My wife bleached her hair, and she was like, "Do you want some?" And I was like, "Oh, sure. I have nothing else to do." I was in fucking children, man. My God, when does school go back? My daughter talks to people that are the funniest people in the world at 4:30 in the morning. That's insane. Crack phone. It's like crack. Really? Really?
Like wakes up to talk to him or doesn't go to sleep?
No, it
to
hasn't
talk to him?
slept, dude. They're on that weird
House party app or something like
yeah,
that?
dude, I don't know.
Ooh, there's a house party
They
app?
just all talk to each other constantly, and she said that they fall asleep. Tons of them fall asleep all the time while they're on there. Like all the kids are doing this thing where they're just destroying themselves by communicating on that stupid phone by looking at each other's fucking dumb head over and over again for hours.
Well, why won't you just let them have sleepovers? Because that's
They
what they're
can
doing.
have sleepovers.
Well, why don't they?
Because they're idiots and they just want to use technology.
That is true.
You realize when they have a sleepover, they're all still on it, communicating with the other people that aren't there. Like, it doesn't stop. It just makes it even worse.
You know how you hear that all
Yeah.
night and
Yeah.
it's irritating?
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
When your son gets a little bigger and the voice changes and they're doing that, it's
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not gonna happen. I text her.
He said boobs.
I text her, shut up, with the 2 question marks. And she said, okay, but
You should just crash their video chat, like kick the door in with a Jason mask on
I
and start
can't do
screaming.
that. I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to ruin Sissy's life. I just want Sissy to give me look. I want it's on break. If that's the most fun you can have, then great, have at it. But if you're gonna keep everybody awake, because Tiger plays video games and he's talking to people, and he fucks with the air conditioner, so I wake up and the house is like 69 degrees, and because he turned the air conditioner on to play video games because he gets hot or something, and then I hear this other giggling asshole, and I'm like, man, you guys are bringing it. I thought it was, you guys are pretty casual lately, but they brought their A game last night. I'm fucking tired.
There's a huge bright side to this, though, which is that I think we're led to believe that kids are glued to their phone nowadays in a really antisocial kind of way.
What's that?
That people, I was led to believe that a lot of kids are, they use the phrase screenagers.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, makes sense.
That's a
But
word,
I
I
never heard
guess.
that.
So at least they're using it to socialize.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they're not just staring at a phone. They're staring at a phone, talking to people. They're
Yeah.
not just staring at a video game. They're communicating with people, enjoying people's company while they're playing video games. I think that's way better, actually.
I actually got put on some new app to talk to the Outlaw Energy guys, Marco Polo, where you put up your video and it stays there until you get to the phone. So, like, if they leave you a message, you just go to it and click on it, and they start talking, and then you deliver your message, but you don't have to be there at the same time. So, because we're trying to organize Alice Mania 19, and there's like 4 people that messaged me on there from Outlaw Energy saying, hey, we can do this, we can do that. And I go, oh, okay, well, cool. I need this and that, and we can do this. And then so it's like,
I like this. I think
timeline works out real good. And I noticed that my mum was on there, so I might end up talking to my mum on there as well. So
It's
I
like
think
video text messaging.
yeah,
Almost.
yeah, Marco Polo.
It's kind of cool.
It is. Well, I guess I don't want to say kind of.
No, I mean,
It's good for business.
that's like a function that I'm surprised.
Like
I'm just hearing about now. I
Skype
can't believe
doesn't
like
really work.
3 iPhones ago that wasn't just a standard function on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now you can Marco Polo. They can do it all day. It's great. It's a great app.
because
There
I
you
have
go.
I have a friend that I am pretty much constantly texting with. Like, we always have ongoing conversations about like basketball and shit like
Yeah.
that. And we're the kind of people that if you put us together, we will literally never stop
Right.
talking.
So this thing would be perfect.
This would be perfect because I do find myself abbreviating my thoughts about the latest free agent signing in basketball just because it's annoying to type that much.
Yeah.
I could actually see us communicating like this.
Yeah, they get you can fuck up and you think about stuff and you go, well, actually, I'd probably rather do it like this. And
Yeah.
they just watch the video and they get to reply later on or right then and there, whatever.
I'm kind of into that.
Yeah, I'm. My eyes have been opened.
Oh, and my mother-in-law, it pains me, but she will be leaving our house in a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
man, that's
It's
devastating
gonna,
news.
it's gonna leave a donut
What
hole
will you do?
in my soul. I don't.
I hope you're
mean,
gonna be okay.
I have to put a brave face on it for the
Right?
children.
To struggle,
But I can
still
see
soldier on.
What with the time difference and stuff, she's going to want to communicate with the kids all the time, and they are going to want to communicate with her. They're used to having their grandma in the house all the time. That this would be probably ideal for them as well.
Yep, because it's just ready to go whenever they're ready. When they wake up, they can just fire off a grandma message.
Yeah, marcopolo.me.com, you say.
Is that what it's not okay? We're not like getting in trouble by saying that it's not like it's not against us.
No, it's
Sirius
just an
XM
app.
likes everybody.
It's an app available on Google or
Okay.
Apple.
All right.
Do people like it?
Looks like it. It was featured on the Today Show, so that means something.
The
Yeah.
Russians like it when they steal your face.
What are Russians going to do with all of our faces? What the
don't
fuck was that
know.
about?
They can
I'm
have my
almost
face.
50. My face is changing every day.
My face fell off, so I could just box it up and send it to them.
There you go. That Blade Runner dude died. You know that?
Yes.
That
Rucker
dude-
Hauer.
That dude's a legend.
Yeah.
75, yeah?
That's right.
It's casual.
My first knowledge of him is when I saw him cut somebody in half with 2 tractor trailers.
Yes, the hitchhiker?
Something like that.
That was badass.
What was the blind movie where he's an ass kicker but
yeah,
blind?
Yeah.
I saw that as a kid.
Blind ass kicker.
He's probably my favorite Euro ever.
Blind Fury.
Yeah, Blind Fury.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I was just making that up to be an asshole.
It writes itself, Michael.
I mean, 1989. Yeah.
As soon as they said the words Blind Fury, the script was written.
Yeah.
He can't be your favorite Euro.
Yes,
Even more than Arnold?
Well, that's my wife's jam, and I respect her jam for loving that guy, and I think, yes, he is.
I think I remember you bringing up Arnold Schwarzenegger in a favorable context before you met
No,
Katie.
Well, I feel like he is the epitome of, like the American dream. He came here to do one thing and ended up doing a bunch of other things.
Yep.
I can relate to that guy.
Yes. He is the epitome of the American dream. For sure.
But oh man, it's weird to say because his accent's so crazy, but I don't even see him as a Euro. He's like a phenomenon. He's Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not a Euro. It's just that thing.
Did they have to change the name of Reno for this movie? Because I swear to God, this guy's driving in Blind Fury, and I swear he passes a sign that says the biggest little city in the world, Reno. Oh, that's just the shitty way they wrote the O, huh?
Guess so. But he beat a police officer to the trigger with a sword, and he's blind. He could tell that he was going to squeeze the trigger, and he cut his arm off.
Yeah, well, it was the telltale creak of the next time pull the trigger faster when you try to shoot a blind ninja.
What a champion.
They've got him, don't they? Where's my son? He's here. He's fine. And the boy's father
I don't trust that guy.
his help. Now, if you want to keep him that way... Unreasonable men make life so difficult. Shoot!
People with very blind eyes make very convincing blind people.
He beat multiple people with guns. Blind.
Yeah, he hopped out of a cornfield and went, shoot!
And they shot each other.
Yeah.
And
That's a sweet trick.
Yeah. I mean, if you knock two things together and say shoot, and I turn around...
I shoot first, ask questions
I
later.
guess so, yeah. Well, he had him nervous, Blind Fury. Great movie, great talent. What a legend.
He was in a lot
He'll
of
be missed.
nerdy movies that I enjoyed.
Thank you for all your gifts of great acting.
Wait, he was in porn you jerked off to?
Fucking...
You just said he was in dirty movies that you liked?
Nerdy.
Oh, sorry, I thought I heard dirty.
Yeah, he was in Batman Begins, Sin City, Blade Runner.
Hey, you guys
They
know
did
what
some cool shit.
NADs are?
My testicles?
Nah.
My gonads?
No, I was talking to Andrew about it before the show. I'm gonna do NADs, some new thing. that you
Nuts
get.
of ass destruction.
I'm gonna get nuts of ass destruction. So watch out. The show's gonna get pretty good soon. This is just what we're just heating up. Wait till my nuts get blasted.
Nuclear anal dildos.
It's this thing where you do intravenous medicines of sorts that apparently it makes you hurt, like your stomach hurts, and you get. It's like the first dose is supposed to fuck with you a little bit, but
I'm listening.
Next level ass douche.
makes you. Well, I'm already that. I don't need any. I don't need any. Come on, Will.
Sorry.
Nightmarish animal diarrhea.
All right, just forget about it then. Just fucking suffer and get old and fucking die bitching about it.
Okay, you got nads.
I don't need. I'm sorry, everybody. This isn't a show. I was gonna try and tell you about some new technology that people are using.
Please tell us about your
But
nads.
I guess it's not worth it. Wait, I haven't done it yet.
Nervous anus disorder.
Come on, let him talk. It's the Jason Ellis show. His name is
no,
Jason
it's not.
Ellis.
No, it's not. It's the fucking cocksucker talk over me show. Oh man, I'm a little edgy today. I got my pants tailored and they're a little too tight. I'm like, man, and I lost weight, so now they don't really fit around my waist and they're skinny around my ankles, and I feel like I don't really need my pants to be that skinny because I'm 47. But whatever, I'm just coping with it. I guess it's okay.
Distracting.
It's a little bit distracting, yes. Like when I get out of the car and then I go to walk, I feel like my fucking ankles are. I look at my ankle, I'm like, God, it's just a millimeter too. If it was just off a little bit less, it wouldn't grab onto my calves and kind of hold. You know what I mean? It's grabbing my calves, and I got to pull my leg pant down. And then my baggy ass, I got used to, I never wore pants that actually grab your ass. I didn't realize. Because when I piss now in my tight pants, I have to unzip my pants. I'm such a skateboarder from the 90s that all my pants just go, and my dick fucking flies out of the top of it because my pants don't fit. Like, I think all the pants that I've worn my whole life are like 2 waist sizes bigger than what any other person would wear because I just have them, you know what I mean? The belt holds them or my ass holds the side of it. I've just started to wear like pants that I'm a fucking child. I think I wear pants like people wear pants now.
Now that they're tailored?
They're not tailored. They're just pants that you unzip them to take them off. They don't. I used to like. I think my waist is. I don't even really know if I need a belt. I mean, they kind of just they latch onto one side of something and sag. Like it's a weird skateboard baggy pant thing that I've always had. Even if the pants got tighter, my waist is never. I've never just put my pants. You know what I've noticed whenever I wear a suit, because you can't do that. Suits have pants that go up to your waist, and it was always weird and a weird adjustment to wear my pants where you should wear them, because when you bend your legs, it's kind of in the way if you have it low. But I never realized that because I was too busy having low pants. These are the things that I deal with every day, Will. It's not easy, you know. But
you
here
just
I am.
push on through, man.
I just keep going. NADs, fuck my nads. All right.
So when you inject nads,
Yeah, intravenous nads for an hour and a half. Supposed to make you nausea, cause nausea, stomach pain, cramps or something. There's a bunch of stuff, and then the next couple of treatments make you feel better. But a bunch of athletes have been doing it. It's supposed to give you clarity and help your brain work better. I'm just gonna try, man. You know, could be wrong, could not work. I did stem cells the other day in Colombia. I feel pretty good about that. Just saying. Moving around, don't feel no pain. It's only 3 weeks ago. Some of this stuff works. So, but a bunch of football people use it now, I heard. So, I'm trying it.
I'm into shooting up some nads.
I feel like it'd be hard for you to do nads because you're already itchy just standing there. And if you're if you have reactions to nads and you're not an itchy guy, then what the fuck's gonna happen to you when you nad up? You mean you're just gonna turn into that Big Trouble Little China and go purple berry and pop?
Probably.
I can't have that on my conscience. You turn into a purple berry and explode. I'm like, man, I really shouldn't have suggested the nads.
Yeah.
But
who knows? Maybe it'll make the itchy scratchies go away.
How long do you stay smarter after you get your brain injection?
Well, I think it lasts for quite some time, and then I guess some people like football athlete people because it gives you more energy as well, mental energy. I hear that they'll do it monthly or something. But I would so I don't know. I don't know, Will. Maybe I don't know. I should say, because that's probably the correct answer. Is I don't know.
You have to travel to South America or anything?
I just talked to him this morning after I went to the dentist. It was weird. I had a real crazy talk to the dentist lady that's cleaning my teeth about children. It's weird to talk about when you got somebody in your mouth.
I know. It's weird when they want to have conversations.
She really wanted to talk. And
I always accidentally bite them.
Oh, wow.
Because they'll ask me a question while they're fucking digging around in my mouth.
So why do you... Okay, you're awesome. So you just forget that their finger's in there and you just start talking and chew their finger off?
Yeah.
Good for you. Makes sense. Not at all. But yeah.
They didn't make you accidentally think that you have throat cancer?
No, I didn't have any weird lumps in there. I did have, because I got that bridge, and I guess ever since I got the bridge on that side, if I bite down really hard on stuff, it kind of hurts in one spot. So I just don't, if I have to bite a bread roll in half or a steak in half, I just use my good side versus the other side. And she goes, you can't do that. I'm like, why not? She's like, well, because there's probably something in there that could cause some, it could get worse later on. I'm like, it hasn't got any worse. She's like, well, if it does get worse, then you have to pay for it. But if you tell us now, then we can fix it, and we caused it in the first place, so you don't have to pay for it. And I was like, oh, okay, well then, yeah, it kind of hurts if I bite down on it. So then I'm going to x-ray and blah, blah, blah. But she knew she was from the skateboard scene. She knew like Christian Asso and all so and she's got children and talking about teenagers and FaceTime calls at 4:30 in the morning. I've been telling everybody this story. It's a great time. It's a great time to be alive. I just love it. I just love waking up and going, what the fuck's that? And then some weird bald midget cat like, meh. Like, it's just constant circus. I got a 3-legged chihuahua up my ass. Me video game.
You're still having
bro. My son says bro so much when the game is on. I don't know what the fuck that is, but he doesn't call me bro, but when that game's on, bro, what are you doing, bro? Bro. Losing it.
You're still having a better day than ASAP Rocky, who
Still in.
Yeah, well, he's going to be there for a little while now. So he was being held while they reviewed the evidence. He has now been formally charged with assault. So his adventure has really only begun.
So wait, he's still in prison?
In Sweden.
I'm against this a little bit. I really feel like you get it out on. I guess if he gets out on bail, he's never going to come back, kind of thing, right?
And that's what they said. He's a flight risk. Look, if they have a leg to stand on, then all this makes total sense. Unfortunately, as much fun as it is to speculate on things, I don't know that we really can. Whoever's in charge of the investigation made a point of saying, I know how it looks if you only look at the video, but I have access to information that the internet does not. For example, I've been able to interview a bunch of eyewitnesses. I have a more complete picture of what happened than dickheads do.
Right.
And
I believe
fucking charging him with assault. Doesn't make that person right, but it's I mean, I don't think of Sweden as like when that kid got caned for like spitting out his gum in Cambodia, whatever that was. You're like, I'm pretty sure the Cambodians overreacted here.
Yeah.
I don't think of Swedish
I haven't seen
people.
any of the video, but I did
nor
hear he
have I,
kicks
nor
a
have I.
man in the face while he's down, and that's you know, like he can tease you all you want, he can make fun of your friends all he wants, he can. You got to know when you throw that there's repercussions for that. Doesn't matter, you know, if he said your mum was anything, you can't. You know what I mean? When you start throwing those blows, because I've seen a lot of people, they love it. Oh, man, back to my daughter, her timeline on Instagram is free ASAP. This is the life that I'm in. This is how fucked I am.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's just what
She's 14. She wants to free ASAP Rocky.
Kids
Why?
do that
Why?
shit.
What do you want to free him for?
Because
come over to your house or something? The fuck?
Because everybody
I'll
else is
sucker
saying
kick
it.
him.
Right, and I didn't even realize the whole Trump thing makes a lot more sense.
Heard Trump called, right?
Reaching out to Sweden, that's right, because
Can't get ASAP out. Can't build a wall. Come on. Where's the wall? Where's ASAP Rocky?
That's right. That's right. I want ASAP Rocky performing on top of a wall.
On the wall right now.
You show me that, you get my vote.
You show me that and you get my vote. That's right. I'm with Michael. You do that right now. We'll both
So I think Kanye West and Kim Kardashian both have a pretty open line to the White House, as we know.
Yeah.
And so that's how I think word got to Trump through his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, that this was a thing. I think that's why Trump took such an interest in it, is because
But if he took an interest in it, he still said, shut the fuck up,
doesn't mean
Mr.
he can
President?
doesn't mean he can call Sweden and get people
He can't.
released. But
I thought he could, Michael.
No, not just anybody.
But he's the commander-in-chief
of America.
Yeah, but it's the biggest, most powerful country in the world.
Sweden said
We've got Brad Pitt.
Sweden said that their justice
Tony
system
Hawk.
and their politicians are kept incredibly separate, and so there's no influence that politicians can have on their judicial system.
Which might sort of be the case here. I don't know. Like if somebody just
What kind of brainiac came up with that idea?
Well, if somebody's in jail right now, can Trump just call the governor of that state and be like, release that prisoner? I don't know that it's that simple. I would
Maybe
hope
he can
not.
Pardon
Yeah, he's got
people.
presidential pardon.
Yeah.
He could
power.
pardon like murderers.
Yeah, so can't he pardon ASAP Rocky?
He could pardon murderers for murder.
He can.
Well,
He can. He
really?
did. He did.
He could have gotten Manson out of jail.
Yep,
Unless
he could.
I think
They have to be
Congress can
What?
has some sort of oversight if the president just goes bonkers and starts pardoning everybody.
Yeah, it's impeachment.
Everybody's pardoned.
Empty every jail.
Pardon my pardon. You're all free.
What happens if he does that?
50% of the country says it's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, good point. Man, I want to get an interview with the guy that says that's a great idea, though. They just get poured out. This is the best thing I've ever seen. This is awesome.
There is some guy out there who will co-sign anything.
It
Oh,
might
yeah.
also
It was
be
clear.
federal pardon powers, not state pardon powers.
Yeah, so if
Uh-huh.
it's a state crime,
Yeah.
he can't.
So
he
if I
can't
got like when I
pardon.
got picked up for like trying to like drive from the passenger seat with a bag of weed in Minnesota,
You're
he
not getting
can't
out.
pardon you out of a Minnesota jail.
I was.
But if I had an illegal tax thing for like 30 years and
Yeah.
stole billions of dollars, I'm out, right?
I think you can.
I think so,
peti-
because
petition
Bernie
for that,
Madoff
yeah.
is
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Andrew? At all?
Petition for a pardon. I'm popping my peas.
Bernie Madoff is trying
someone.
to angle to get himself pardoned.
Who is?
You remember Bernie Madoff?
Yes, that guy.
The Ponzi scheme
Yeah,
guy.
he did a tax thing. All right.
Yeah, so he's now angling for a pardon.
But why would anybody pardon him? He ripped off a bunch of innocent people.
I mean, you got to be a crook to get pardoned.
He actually has the nerve to ask to be pardoned? No,
Yes.
dude, you fucking die in there. The fuck? You ruined people's lives. Ruined.
Yes, you made a lot of ridiculously rich people a little bit less rich, you son of a bitch.
Oh, wait, is that all he did?
It was crazy wealthy people who were investing with him. It
But-
wasn't
But
like
he ripped off a fuckload of money.
I'm not saying it's
I don't
okay.
know, man. Like,
but
it's
he-
like,
he
you know, like
didn't-
if some dude robs a bank and gets a couple million out of the bank and you catch him, you fuck him for life.
Yeah.
So fuck this guy.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, no, fuck this guy. But the people, like, for example, I remember reading.
It's just bullshit that I even get to hear that he gets a pardon, because what about just some dude that robbed the bank?
Yeah.
Guess what? You're both fucking robbers, man. You're thieves, because you're high scale and you know people, you get to ask for a pardon.
I know it's bullshit.
Fuck you.
It's bullshit. Yes,
It
Andrew.
was Madoff that like fucked over the owner of the Mets, and like they have tons of money problems trying to buy players now and pay players.
Yeah, but they still own the fucking Mets.
Right.
Yeah.
I always remember Michael Lewis is a well-known author, and his first landmark book was called Liar's Poker, about his time working in an investment firm in New York. And the thing that I really remember from that is from the 80s, is him talking about the entry-level agents there, just like answering phone calls from people wanting to call about the retirement funds, would deal with people who had less than $1 million in their retirement savings. And you just kind of got your feet wet doing that, and then you would graduate to the bigger fish. And how he would literally sit there and watch guys accidentally learning on the job, draining people's entire retirements, going, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, guys, bad move. And
What?
And that the firm literally just didn't care about them because they were making their money off people who had $20 million, $100 million, $300 million. So they literally let these guys learn on the job, torpedoing hardworking Americans' retirement savings. That,
Yeah.
to me, is far more offensive, and that wasn't a
Do you think
crime.
it's
That was far
better
more offensive than what Madoff did,
If
personally.
you're a little bit stupid and a little bit gullible, to not invest at all, just keep your money.
Well,
Because you got to, because when people get a wind of you being a bit dumb, they take your money.
I do believe that there are incredibly boring, near foolproof ways to invest.
Right.
You just won't make much money.
But it became like a news story within the past couple days. A prominent NFL player who's had over $100 million in simply
And say, hey, guy, you know, we think you should open a string of car washes, or the real money's in, you know, fucking supplements, or whatever nonsense shit they.
How did Big Rumble do when he retired and bought a bunch of weed? Was that a successful move for him to retire and be a weed guy? Because I know he's a bare knuckle guy, and he just talks about it at the Federation. But did he just make a ton of money after he retired from being a UFC fighter?
I know that he has
By-
more than once teased a return to the UFC.
Yes,
Recently
but is
he
that
did.
because financially, or is he that's for the love of the game? I thought.
Is it?
I don't know. You know, I just remember he was set. You know, he was making a move with the money from the title fight, and we're good.
I mean, he did launch Competitive Body Development, his CBD company, but there's not a ton of news out there. I mean, the place does have a website, so
They don't just hand those out.
No, it's hard to get a website.
but he also
I
dealt
tried
with,
to get one for like 2 years the other day. Couldn't do it.
he also dealt with those legal issues, the domestic violence stuff,
Oh,
which can hamper your ability to become an endorser of anything.
well, look, I was talking to
Hi,
the
I'm
dentist.
Rumble Johnson.
I was talking to oh man. I was talking to the dentist about that this morning, about, you know, the respect for women. You know, the when you're raising a daughter, the difference between 20 years ago and now, like what I would say to my daughter, you know, you have every chance of becoming everything that anybody else does in this country. You're very lucky to be here. and you should take no shit from anybody because you're, if any man tries to put you in your place, you fucking stand up for yourself. And if anybody grabs you or touches you without asking, you punch him in the fucking face. The dentist was like, well, what? She I know my daughter laughs at that and says, "You're crazy, Dad," but I'm dead. I'm not joking. Like, I feel like if I told her, I'm like, I really just want you to train that right hand and just have a really good right hand you can sit down on. So if anybody really does try to do something really out of line, you should knock that person out. And she always says that's ridiculous and you're a psychopath, but I completely back it 100%. I think dudes need to know. I think all these dudes out there that start thinking they can whack chicks, like this whole, everybody from wherever you learn it from your dad or whatever, it's all got to stop. I don't care how angry you are or how bad your life was, how many people butt fucked you and stuck needles in your arm. But I don't give a fuck. If you hit a chick, you're such a weak piece of shit. If you hit people smaller than you, you're a weak piece of shit. It's just not the way the world should be, It's just not. Nobody deserves to be beat up by a big person. It's just not right. And when you're a big person and you're doing that to little people, that's just not. We're all on the planet. Don't even try to act like we're here to do anything else. That's not what we're here for, to beat up on little people. Just because you got. And the girl thing makes it even worse. I don't care if it's a double standard. Not as strong.
You are reminding me of a news story I saw today. This is from Cambridge, Massachusetts. That's where Harvard University is. Police there are looking for a man who they say exposed himself to a female jogger. They were jogging toward each other. It's pretty interesting.
He was pretending to be a jogger, Michael, and then he was like, change my mind, I am a flasher.
I think he was both.
Yeah, he's running shoes on.
A jogger and an exhibitionist, like our friend Kevin here.
Yeah, he just happened to be running. He saw that lady, and he was like, hey, might as well kill two birds with one stone.
These are adults? Not
Yes.
consenting, but still adults, yes?
Yeah, adults. And I think she said there was a brief interview with her on the local news there that he kind of showed it a little bit to where she was like, I may be imagining things that may have been an accident, and then he did it a second time. And there's this very, very brief security clip where she just basically runs past and then turns around and goes after him to be like, who the fuck are you and what the fuck did you do?
Oh, what?
What's great about this is that this lady, who is pretty cute and
oh yeah, get him.
And as she said in the news interview, single, is like 6'1", and she's from Israel. She was in the Israeli armed forces.
Yes. Wait, she didn't.
She didn't beat the shit out of him. She ran after him and then tackled him and held him down. And she was calling out everybody in the world because she held him down, and she said 4 different people walked past, and she was like,
call
the police, and nobody did.
And nobody
anything.
did.
So finally, she reached for her phone to call the police, and in reaching for her phone, the guy got away from her. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking come on, the world.
She's cool and she's huge. She's a mother of 2.
Why are you not helping people?
She's
people
got this sweet accent.
How do you not?
She's
everybody
single.
has a phone. Why would you not call the authorities and hold them down?
Man,
Man, that is appalling.
When my kid got hit by that car and broke his leg,
Yeah.
he's laying on the side of the road.
God.
And here comes this woman walking her dog,
Yeah.
and he says, and he's telling me this in the hospital, and he looks up at me and tears come to his eyes, and he said, I asked this lady to call 911, and she said no.
Oh, my God.
And then she
turned
let her
around
dog
and
pee
left.
on
Oh,
him.
my God.
She actually said no.
You see that baseball the other day that
She
went
took
to the...
out her phone and went 911. No.
You see that guy, the pro baseball player, gave a ball to a little girl, and then the like an adult lady fucking snatched it out of the little girl's hand and
No.
high-fived a guy after she got it, like just pretended that it didn't even go into the little girl's hand.
Terrible.
It's just weird to know
Yeah, they're out.
that lady looked like she was a mom. She just wait. You had a couple beers and
I feel
the
like
frenzy of getting a ball. You took it away from, like from the thing. That's what they're there for.
I actually feel like the world has gotten quite a bit better in that very specific regard, because I went to a lot of baseball games when I was a kid, and I dare say people used to drink more at baseball games when I was a kid than they do
Yeah, I
now.
believe
And when
that.
a foul ball went into the stands, it was every man for himself to get the ball, and the adults were taller and stronger and feistier than the kids. If
Yeah.
a kid got it, fair game. It was pretty unusual when I was growing up for an adult to get it and just turn around and hand it to a kid. Now I feel like you're You're almost like a dick if you're an adult and
I mean,
you get the ball and you don't
when you
give it to a
really
kid.
think about
Come on.
the person who played the game and you think he's great,
Mhm.
and the ball that costs nothing, and there's millions of them,
Mhm.
and it's just one of the balls. I know you love the game. I know it.
A game,
I know
a
you
game,
love the guy.
A game
I love
James
I love James Hetfield, man. James
Yeah.
Hetfield gave me a fucking guitar pick. I'd shit my bricks, but if he gave me a guitar pick and there was a 10-year-old that wanted it as well, it's over, man. Because
No,
it's
you're
not.
right. You're right. You're right.
And at the end of the day, especially when you get older, because I know when I was 17, I would have fought for a pick real hard. You know, but when you're 47, I'm like, it's somebody else's thing, but it's just a ball. If you love the guy, you love the game, you're an adult. You know that person's not a superhero. This kid might think he's a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
And he's giving the ball to you. You give him the ball. What's with you people? What's with the man? If your your mother finds out that you pulled your dick out of this lady jogging, what kind of
That guy has to be in Cambridge. Back to that story, has to be sweating so fucking hard right now
because the camera's out, people
he's
can
gonna
see.
He's going to be found.
Oh yes, good.
I would be very surprised if there you go. There's a still him. It's sucks or fuck his. He might well be married, and his wife is going to be the one who figures out it's him.
He's definitely married,
right? I think so too.
That's what these people do. They get in situations that they hate, and it spirals and compresses until they pop and throw their dick out jogging at some lady because they're so hard up they've lost their fucking mind.
I tend to agree with you.
You're in a relationship you can't stand. She doesn't like you, but you just stick together because you're a pussy. You don't want to take some hard times to find your real life and who you are. And then I don't think it's a good idea for a man to be deprived from sex his whole life. I think it does strange things to men to the point where, and I'm not justifying it, I'm just saying I feel like if you don't let a guy get some, then some people with weaker willpower will pick out running down the street. What is it?
If so many people just walk by, same thing with Wilson, fucking cold.
Maybe.
You're crazy.
I actually think the fact that she was able to makes it more surprising that people wouldn't help. It's not surprising to me. Again,
it really sucked. I remembered him. I come over and he's like, "Give me a hand here," and I'm like, "Got him," and I just walked off because I didn't like the guy. And he had him.
Yeah,
it wasn't like he was losing. But then he called my stepmom and said, "Jason just said he didn't want to help and just walked off." And she goes, "Is that true?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Why didn't you want to help?" I'm like, "Because that dude's a dickhead and his son's a fucking asshole." His son was the kind of kid that would he cussed, and the parents would say, "Don't say that," and he'd say, "Shut the fuck up, Dad, you dumb cunt." And everybody at the table, my kids and my stepmom and my father would go, "Oh," and we'd all be uncomfortable and not talk, and it would just be a thing that happened, and then later on, we'd go, "Man, what the? How does that guy?" I know it's just but I guess his parent, they don't like to discipline their kids, so I guess they just do what they want. And this kid was just the worst kid ever. We didn't want to play with him.
Yeah,
they were like, "Go play it." He's like, "Good, I want to come with you." And I'm like, "I'm not going with that fuckhead. He's an idiot." He was the worst, to the point where I hated his father because I was under the impression that the reason that kid was such an idiot was because his dad never disciplined him.
Yeah, you're probably onto something.
He broke his bottle of whiskey, like an expensive bottle of whiskey, around the fire. Like, "Fuck you, Dad," and smashed the bottle of whiskey on a rock next to the fire. We were all and he goes, "Don't do that, fucking Jimmy," or whatever. We're all just no one. He was the worst kid ever. And then he called my it's not my real uncle, it's my stepmom's uncle or whatever. So we my stepbrother's uncle, but this dude, Uncle Ken, coolest dude ever. Fucking went out with all the hot chicks. He did talk a little bit like a girl. Had a little bit of in the same restaurant, because that guy loved going to that restaurant. I guess the kid started calling Uncle Ken a fag. And nobody, and you know what I mean? And the dad didn't tell the kid to stop. And then Ken, Uncle Ken had a couple of drinks and he was like, "Shut the fuck up, you little shit." You know what I mean? So they had to, he had an argument with a fucking 10-year-old at a
He was 10?
Yeah, man. This kid would go off.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
He actually died.
It's tough
He
when
killed
you're
himself.
really.
Wow.
Yeah. Kid committed suicide a couple of years, like, I think when he was like 25 or something, but he always had problems. There's a thing where I actually talked to I guess I straightened the daughter out a little bit one time because I got asked to talk to her because I guess she was doing a bunch of weird shit, and it was when I was still around. I'd been to America a few times, and they were like, Jace, you're man, you got mental issues.
You're pretty weird.
You went through a lot of shit. Can you talk to her about what it's like to be fucked in the head and not want to kill yourself? And I talked to her about something. I guess she kind of stopped doing drugs. I don't know what it was, but she turned out all right. But yeah, he knocked himself off, and then that was before my brother died too. So I remember that I liked his mum. His mum was a nice lady, but once again, no, you know what I mean, you were there. You didn't discipline him either. You could have stepped in, but the dad with no spine was for sure the main problem. But
a lot of,
even when the wife stands there and lets the kid belittle the dad, come on.
A lot of really terrible parents are very, very nice. They're too nice. Is the problem.
That's right.
And it's difficult when you're around that, when you're around families who don't discipline their children and their kids just run. First of all, your kids, it's hard.
You start to think that your kids are it's gonna rub off.
It
did not at all.
No,
we were all under the impression that he was actually like a mentally challenged in some way. Like I really thought there was something wrong with him.
No, my kid's already a mentally broken man. When he sees kids getting away with that, he gets nervous for them. It's like, oh my God, wait, he's breaking the rules. This is no way. This is terrible. This is a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, because me and my brothers all looked at each other like,
well, it's tough because at a certain point, like you're saying with your uncle, they're fucking with everybody and everything. It comes to you, and it's like, well, I'm not going to be insulted by a by a 4-year-old.
Yeah, Uncle Ken had enough.
And
good
now,
for him.
And now it's weird because
I wish I was there. I heard that he told him he was a little shit and he needed a so and so and a so and so, and I was like, good for you, Uncle Ken. Fuck this little turd. You know?
Yeah, it's tough when people want their kids to like them.
That's
what it really comes down to.
my what is it? That my children's grandfather, a solid dude, said, look, the thing you got to learn is they're not your friends. You know what I mean? I'm not your friend. I'm here.
Your sworn enemy.
Yeah, I'm here. If it comes to that, then so be it. But you're not going to go do all the things that you want to go do. I thought it was good advice. I have said that to my daughter several times. Like, you do this to me, and I'm like, because I'm not your friend. I'm your father. It's different. Like sure, I could just give you everything you want, and then you'd probably be dead in a week because you're not that smart and you've got some bad moves.
You going Betty Bye with no din-din.
Here's one for you. Let's talk on FaceTime until 4:30 in the morning, then go to the gym at 10. Bet you she had a really great workout this morning.
Yeah, I could only imagine what that technology would have been like as a kid.
You know what? I do think about that too because I wasn't that social, but my trainer says that he talked on normal phones because he's younger than me.
Yep.
With all his friends until fucking 4 in the morning.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait, just on the normal phone? He's like, yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, what about? He's like, just cool shit, laughing and stuff. I'm like, man, you're just... Because that's he's a little less scarred than me and had a social life where... I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I get if you're some kind of happy that Devin is talking to everybody because at least she's not... Because I think even if I had a phone, I don't think I'd be laughing at 4 in the morning because I don't think I'd be talking to anyone.
That's what I'm saying. It's very social. I'm surprised that she doesn't want to... Like, to me, it was always if I couldn't...
Free ASAP Rocky.
If I couldn't do a sleepover thing, then I would be on the phone with my friends all night. It's weird to me that you would choose the phone thing over in-person interaction where we could hang out and try to steal beers or something like that from our parents. But I remember when I got really on my parents' phone, I dyed my hair black with blue highlights.
Nice.
And it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And my mom wanted to take a picture of me because she thought I was going to change my mind like immediately about it. And I happened to be on the phone when she took a picture of me because I was always on my parents' fucking phone. So, of course, I was on the phone. So it's a picture of me making the stupid face, holding the phone with my blue-black hair.
Yeah.
And my dad, when we got it back fucking 3 weeks later from the photo mat, wrote, phone bill, $320 on a Post-it and stuck it on the fridge.
No way. Oh, man.
Yeah. Because, phone bills were a real thing.
Yeah.
And because when I was a kid, there was this toy line called Spy Gear, and they had like these walkie-talkie things. So me and like this kid that lived nearby, we had our walkie-talkies from fucking Spy Gear, and that was our house party app.
Oh,
right.
okay.
That was that was our version of it.
Yeah. And you just talked all night.
Yeah.
Shitty walkie-talkies.
What
you doing? Over.
Yeah.
Jerking off.
You joke.
Over.
I know, right? Me too.
Me too. Over. Ratio. Over.
I beat you.
Gotta whisper. My parents are asleep and I'm playing Final Fantasy.
Oh, man. That's what you were talking about?
Yeah, probably.
That sucks.
Yep.
And then when you get like your, like first love kind of girlfriends, then for sure you're just on the phone until, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. I don't want to hang up.
Man, I can't. My kids just hang up.
Really?
They don't even say you hang up. They just say, "Mine." Click. Love you. Click. Anyway, stuff, things
Yes.
to talk about.
Oh, yes.
Breaking.
So many things.
We'll be back.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
Jason Ellis
on Faction Talk.
Now that I've Googled big boobs with little nipples, I've always thought that I like small boobs. I think I might just like small nipples. I mean, they look cute. I don't know. Because I like them really big if they still have small nipples. Gigantic fun bags. Yes, boobs can be too big and nipples can be too big, in my opinion. Right one's for sucking, left one's for honking. I'm an inveterate motorboater. And what about areolas? What is the hairiest nipple a woman's ever had?
Jason Ellis.
Hey! Welcome back to the show. It's the Jason Ellis Show, and we're doing new music.
Hey!
Everybody loves me. And I love new music. New music time. Tell me I'm gonna live with the festival doing the new music. Hey, it's me. Ray Romano and all my friends at the Jason Ellis Show. Man, the show like went back to the swing house for a second.
Yeah.
Fucking rejoin.
Such a versatile performer,
Yeah.
Ray Romano.
If you're still listening, good for you. Anyway,
If you're still listening, we have a bevy of new musical treats lined up for you. It's
Bevy.
always so hard to select my favorite of all of the new releases, but I managed to narrow it down to 19 new tracks.
how do they
beginning-
do it, Michael? How do they make new music again that's different from all the other stuff?
That's the best part. It never ever sounds like songs I've heard before.
How do they do it?
I don't know. You would think that they'd be out of ideas by now.
Who is the first?
The first person who will blow your mind taking
Yeah.
music to never before heard heights will be Beyonce
Oh man, she is a barrier breaker.
off of the Lion King soundtrack. 'cause
I
she
jerk
is-
off to this apparently.
She's all up in the Lion King. This is Spirit.
Whoa. Why is she trying to be scary? Yeah.
Lion King is a scary, horny movie.
Wait,
Yeah.
She's the worst part of the movie.
wait, you hate her?
She can't.
I can't hear you. Wait, you hate her?
She's a great singer, but I could not take her like reading lines as the lion.
Oh, she's a lion
Yeah, she's not
in the
lion.
movie.
Yeah, she's
Oh, God.
Simba's wife,
Oh.
lioness.
Why
She's
is she
like,
going?
Oh no, Simba, don't go in there.
Yeah, like she was. It just threw me. Her reading lines. It's like that's Beyonce.
Wait, you think she did bad?
I thought she did awful. She was the worst.
Worse than
part
the
of
other
movie.
lions?
Yeah, the other like Donald Glover, amazing as Simba. James Earl Jones, awesome as Mufasa.
And this guy.
Scar, whoever he was great.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't. Thought you were gonna reel off all the names of the guys.
Timon and Pumbaa, perfect.
Yeah, it's like Seth Rogen and Billy
Billy
Eichner,
John
John
Oliver.
Oliver.
Was Zazu?
It's a big It's a
Oh,
big
man.
cast. So they there's a story going around recently, like, you know, there's a big cast picture of them. It's one of those ones where it looks like they did it at a Macy's, that you can see the backdrop and everybody's wearing a black shirt and black pants. And they're all kind of just posing like, And Beyonce got photoshopped in. Everybody got together to take the picture. And she, I guess, just sent a photo in, and they just photoshopped her as a part of it.
Well, she's super busy, and who the hell are all these other people? She's Beyonce.
There's Eric Andre.
Oh.
Yeah, like Key and Peele, whichever one was the one that was in the movie. He was really good.
Wait, how do you know she's superimposed? How do you know she's been cut in there? Like, is that a story you're making up, or you know that?
Because it's the cover of the second Destiny's Child album.
John Oliver said it.
Oh.
He said everybody got there for the picture, and Beyonce wasn't in it.
And they had to leave a hole in the center.
I don't know what to say. I mean, she's the queen of... I don't know, man. You guys like her so much, so you put her up there, and she's sitting there. I don't hate her. I just don't care, you know?
Yeah, I don't see.
Really,
I don't.
the music, everything is just... It's like, it reminds me of... Remember Donald Trump, before he was president, that he had a house and his sink was gold and his doors were gold and stuff?
I don't recall that, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, well, I seem to remember, like, houses of the richest, famous cocksuckers.
Yeah, right.
And it was like, here, look at this, I've got a golden sink.
Yeah, he
And-
notoriously poops in a gold toilet.
Right,
in that
so,
apartment.
but I just remember thinking, that's tons of money that you spend on your gold house, but I don't want to live in a gold house. It looks cheesy as shit.
Yeah,
You know?
Kind of tacky.
Yeah,
extremely tacky.
so that I just feel like she reminds me of like a golden Donald Trump house. It's super cool, but it's I don't want to live in it. I think I did that well.
Yes.
Will!
Analogies happening here, Will.
How are you, Will? Good!
Do you have your news ready and set and stacked and sorted for the next hour?
I have been stacking and sorting, and it's all stacked and sorted.
You want to talk about
You want to
music?
join us for music then?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about music with Will.
Talk about Pop music.
Yeah.
The next track, as
Yeah.
Will makes himself comfortable,
Yeah.
comes from Sheryl Crow. This looks
She's
like
alive.
I like Sheryl Crow.
How's she look?
She always looks great.
I shouldn't have said that, but
Like
at
a
the same
crow.
time, I would have said the same thing with any artist that I'm familiar with, Michael, that I haven't seen for a while. And I'm seeing her now, and she looks fucking tremendous. And that's the thing about Sheryl Crow. Always looks good because she was never trying to look super good in the first place.
Except
So-
for in the If It Makes You Happy music video when she kind of did whore it up a little bit.
She made me a cupcake for my birthday one time.
I think she shits like she looks like a runner that shits well.
I'd like to smoke a doobie with her.
I think she takes solid shits and she analyzes them to make sure that she's healthy.
Did you erotically sit on that cupcake, Will?
You know, on the Howard
Yeah.
Stern show, she said to Howard that she uses little amounts of toilet paper to help the environment. So I imagine her poopies to be pretty on point.
Well, on behalf of planet Earth, thanks for that, Sheryl Crow.
I think she's going to be making us happy for a long time.
If she makes us happy.
So she's got this new album which has lots and lots of high-profile duets on it. None of them more high-profile than
Waka Flocka?
No, he might be coming up later. Then
Tony Bennett.
a duet from Beyond the Grave.
Oh no! Is it? What was the president that got shot? Is it Kennedy?
Abraham Lincoln?
Is it Kennedy? Is it JFK?
Here, play it, and you'll hear the this legend when he joined Sheryl Crow.
It's the feel-good hit of the summer.
God be willing.
I say,
There's a train
Era.
like going to the moon.
straight
Doctor says that lump is
to
cancer.
heaven's gate.
Wait, when somebody's singing it with her.
And
When she's
on
done
the
being sad,
way,
someone will come in and be sadder.
shining man and woman, wait, watch and wait.
Bob Marley.
Reset the bummer
Oh,
music.
yes, I know. Yes, I know.
Oh, let the dogs out.
Jean Paul.
rages in the
Oh.
streets
Okay.
Ah, Johnny.
and swallows everything it meets.
Oof. He sounds like a ghost.
It's just an image often seen on television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me sad to hear his voice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man.
It's so. Was that original? Or it's like a thing that he sung and we didn't use it, or is it from another song and they put it in here?
Do you know what? I don't know the answer to that. I assumed that it was a track that they hadn't used, but I guess I don't know that. He did record a lot of shit with Rick Rubin at the end.
Yeah. He was the first song I ever learned was I heard that chain a coming around the bend. I see the sunshine, just I don't know when. Folsom Prison Blues, is it?
Mm-hmm. Good song.
Yeah.
What's the first song you guys remember knowing?
That was even before I'm a Little Teapot, ABC, any of it.
I think Aerosmith.
What?
Tommy Kangaroo down, sport. No, I'm joking. I can feel the Forex coming on.
Yeah, not counting Sesame Street theme song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rubber ducky.
I think it's something off Permanent Vacation.
Oh, really? Like, dude looks like a lady, or
You're my angel.
I'm probably
Maybe
Kiss or
Ragdoll?
AC/DC, I think. Oh, man, pretty close to fucking... Which was first, fucking Kiss or Xanadu?
yeah. See, for me, I think
Because, man, I feel like Grease might have been my first, musical experience. Oh, my God.
Xanadu's the first album that I had.
that's funny because I was going to say Grease, and I was like, it can't be Grease, and then I thought it might well be Let's Get Physical. So no matter what, we're both coming back to Olivia
Xanadu and
Newton-John.
shit.
Yeah, me too. I had Xanadu as the my mom used to buy me albums at random. That's the first one she bought me was Xanadu.
And that became your favorite band
Yes, it did.
because it's Electric Light Orchestra
Mm-hmm.
propping up Olivia Newton-John, making that no talent hussy.
Whoa.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's one of my... That's a national...
Treasure.
Treasure or some
Yeah.
shit.
They
Yeah,
also
that's
had
like a fucking talking shit on kangaroos, mate. Watch out.
Yeah, it's like you want to say something bad about Bruce Springsteen now?
Yeah,
You know?
His new album is really not too bad. It's pretty
Right.
impressive.
Well,
for
Olivia
70
Newton-John's pretty
Yeah.
nice lady
Sure.
or something. I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
Mm.
The Tubes was on that album too.
Let's get physicals, Kat. You cannot not get physical when you listen to Get Physical.
No, that
Just makes you want to get physical.
That aerobicized the nation.
It did. Some of us got in shape and some of us got larger, but Olivia Newton-John was great. She gave me many boners that I directed at other people that I think that they're satisfied. So thank you, and you're welcome.
Paying it forward.
That's all I'm doing.
More new music, this time from Radiohead frontman Thom Yorke.
That guy's great. What's he look like? See?
He's looking better these days.
He does kind of look like a handsome older man there.
I don't know about
Compared
that.
to his Willie Nelson phase?
If you take a
Looks
picture,
like me in that face app.
You got to take a picture of him from one side.
Yeah, there's two. Well, that bad eye got
Or
real
the
bad,
other.
huh?
Yeah.
Is the bad eye like vagging up on him?
He should just squint all the time because when he brings the other one down like the other one.
Whoa, wait, what? Okay, how many? I'm getting a lot of different photos here. He looks like a homeless maniac in some of them.
I swear to God, when I lived in Oxford, he lived there. He was a homeless maniac. He was. There were plenty of junkies on the streets, and Thom Yorke acted exactly like them.
But he's not, and he's doing great.
No, he drove a Bentley.
What?
Yeah, I remember, dude, it was a small town. I remember him getting into a car like 3 doors from my house, but I can also, and it was Bentley, but I can also recall seeing him in the sandwich shop. I've said this a million times. It was called Heroes. People constantly added one line to the O to make it Herpes, and they'd clean it, and somebody would come and make the sandwich shop Herpes again. But Herpes had the best sandwiches in Oxford, and I'd go in there, and he'd be sitting there with like 5 sections of a newspaper spread out in front of him, like a homeless guy, just running his hands through all of them, mashing them all up. They would have kicked him out if he hadn't been the singer of Radiohead. He is a homeless guy. He's got a house.
Wow. I guess when you get old and you're a dude and you grow a beard and you're already kind of wretchy anyway, you cannot look so bad. I would say that he doesn't look so bad.
I agree. But
All
how
in
does he
all.
sound? That's the question.
Just kidding. This is Raw Dog's new single.
He wishes.
Hold on. Just listen.
That's the problem. I am listening, Will.
I like it. I like it. Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
Think about all the shit that you
I tried to
listen
fucking.
in
I
here.
try. Look, you talking over it. Whole thing's changing into different things and doing
I
a bunch of
know.
stuff. I'm trying to like assess the fucking song, and you're
Me
already
too.
making excuses for it.
No, I'm not making excuses for it.
You are.
No, because
It would go well-
Tully's snickering and Kevin's snickering
no,
more.
it's Tully's fault.
I could hear that in the background of a David Fincher movie.
Okay.
It's very E-bomber in my bumhole. And it's very nightclubby. It's a weird thing to become an older gentleman and play music that sounds good in nightclubs.
I think it sounds.
But that, whatever. Wear silk pants. I don't care.
To me, that sounds more like Sunday morning 4 a.m. music.
What?
I can hear it as
Yeah,
being a
that's n-
relaxing.
Oh,
You
Fuck.
just kick back and relax Sunday
Yeah.
morning at 4 a.m.?
Yeah. It's on in the background.
at 4 a.m.
What are you doing Sunday morning at 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
This Sunday morning at 4 a.m. I haven't made my plans yet.
Cleaning off the
Is something
gloves
going
again?
on?
Yeah, are you blowing some molly up someone's ass and like doing a mimosa?
Not that I know of, but hey, who
This
can
is like-
predict the future?
Sunday, 4 a.m. I've got like a Speedo on and I'm dancing with some 27-year-old Italian model
No, but
in
this-
Greece, and I'm that weird ab guy.
But at this
Like,
level,
Sure.
this volume level, it's just on in the background. It's nice to have on in the background. I say, hey, what do I know? I don't know.
But why did you say 4 a.m?
because that's a very quiet time.
Yeah, but this
because everyone's sleeping.
And that's when music sounds particularly good because there's no other sounds and it's low in the background, but you can still hear everything.
You don't do drugs no more?
Nah. I made myself this way permanently.
This is some psychedelic shit, man.
I love it.
That's a psychedelic Sunday, you know that?
Yes.
If I went to your house at 4 a.m. and you started playing this and having a cup of coffee, I'd be like, oh my God, dude.
Breaking out the glow sticks.
We're in for it.
That's
I'm
my
not gonna,
life.
you know what I mean? I'm not gonna know reality for a couple of days.
Hey, I'm high on life, man. What can I say?
Yes,
but when
sir.
all I'm thinking is, when you hear a lot of the crap that's new music, that guy's doing something interesting and different than those other people. I like that.
You say that, but you haven't heard new music from Puddle of Mud.
Ooh.
No
Okay.
way, the range.
All right.
The range on him is, this is gonna be not. He's
Remember,
back.
He's had his run-ins with the law, and I think maybe some family issues as well. He's been
What
through.
did the family do?
I don't know yet. I seem to recall maybe disagreements with his wife, or
Wasn't he like carrying an axe or like a chainsaw?
maybe
Crazy
maybe.
text or
Look,
something?
he's had his share
Whoa.
of wild days, and he's got his regrets, the same as anybody else does.
Everybody's chased their wife with a chainsaw.
Yep.
And he's written a song about it
million
called
times.
"Uh-Oh."
Oh man, I can't even do it to myself.
Hold on.
Oh
Push
no.
the button. Push the button.
Oh.
Sweet little honey, I must confess, got myself in a terrible mess. I got a new tattoo, 2 black eyes, missing 1, 2, but
fucking
you should see
year
the
is it?
guy. Girl, I must admit I don't remember much. Someone must have sent me a knockout.
He likes it.
Yeah, he does.
Fucking, hey Mike, you fucking
From the lost and
white people, man. Fucking Nickelback
That's what I was gonna
motherfuckers.
say. I knew Andrew's
This is
gonna
a
like it
fucking
because it's
God damn
it's what
basic
new country
bitches.
people think is country.
It's man, the
I was-
insult on the it's just this nervous tick that billions of us are addicted to. Oh, you know what? It's kind of good. Oh,
It's catchy.
I kind of really like She Fucking Hates Me, and so this song sounds like a follow-up to it. So
This
I'm
song's-
all in
Wow,
on Puddle
you-
of Mud.
Oh man.
Oh man.
This will not be successful, will it?
Yeah, it could be.
it could be
I
if
bet it
Andrew,
does
because
just fine.
I'm freaked out that Andrew likes this. That
If-
tells me that the Puddle of Mud is back.
If I was
It sounds like Say It Ain't
He's-
So. It
he-
sounds like
man-
Weezer.
It sounds like Weezer. It sounds like the Bare Naked Ladies. It sounds like it does. You know what
Smash
it sounds
Mouth.
like? It sounds like the catchy, like the thing that you make when you make a catchy vomit song for the elevator. That's what it is.
It sounds like now that's what I call
Rockstar type to that song.
I'm sorry, what, Andrew?
Like the Nickelback song Rockstar.
Yes.
It sounds a little bit like that. To
I
me.
don't want to be familiarized with that again,
No.
so I'll just say, I agree that it's probably because look, I don't remember any Nickelback song, but I know that they've got a thing where as soon as I start to hear it, I go, oh, okay, like but it's just like you got to deny it almost, you know, like don't accept that as to be your sing along track. We're better. We're more intricate than that. Don't be so basic. Let something else soak into your system besides this fucking blanket of stupidity.
If I was in charge of the project,
I mean, how does they get to keep going, Michael? How does Puddle of Mud get to release that? And Andrew, I'm telling you, I know
why.
Andrew long enough to know he knows Katy Perry. Like what shit that he likes. If he says he likes it, this is like a thing that I can bounce a meter off on my cash flow. Like he's mainstream. You know, like Kevin is super not mainstream in any way. You're like more classic mainstream. And Tully's fucking anal as hell, and I don't know what the fuck Bennett knows nothing. He's like the Fuego sales. That's Bennett. But Andrew speaks to the masses. I've never met anyone more that is more in tune with the masses because I'm such a closed off, dark bitch.
Okay, he actually has like pop golden ears.
Yeah,
he could make a living doing this.
Yeah.
There's big money in the ability he actually possesses.
Yes.
Sad though it is to say that.
When I found this song, it was like, oh, new Puddle of Mud. Let's hear it. It might be interesting for this segment. I was like, oh, I actually really like this song. We should play it.
Let me ask you this: could Limp Bizkit come back with a riff that you would give them a chance with?
I gave a couple of their, I think it was like Golden Cobra.
So the latest thing they did, you gave it a shot.
Yeah, and I liked a couple of their songs.
But not like this, right?
I think this is catchier than any of like the Golden Cobra, whatever.
It's a catchy thing and it's still okay to do the same song again. I mean, this is so many other people's songs.
I don't even know what song it's ripping off because the song is like a genre unto itself. It's been done so many times.
Yeah, look, they need to work this to country radio. Country radio would play this, and it would be a gigantic hit.
I hope he pays off bills. I'm happy. Look, man, if you don't have to work and you get to play music, I'm happy for you. But just don't hurt anybody or chase anyone with stuff. I hope he gets the anger issues sorted out. But we've all been there. Will, Kevin, we've all followed people with chainsaws. But now we're better.
Yes.
I mean, if I had a dime for every time I chased someone with a chainsaw,
I'd have a lot of dimes.
Was back in 2013, so it's been a couple years.
I know, but it's a chainsaw. What about, I'm by far the angriest person here, and I've never cranked the chain and gone after anybody, You can just see it in his face.
Yeah.
He gets angry as hell, man.
Yeah, he was born pissed.
Yeah. Okay, so who's next? Good me. He's going to get money so you can go.
Skrillex.
Okay, so Skrillex was in a punk rock band first, right?
Yes.
And then he became
emo,
a DJ.
Right? Yes.
And then
yes.
Yeah, whatever. Punk rock got shattered by emo and it turned into pop punk. I know to the point where I can't even. It's hard for me to say I like punk music. It's because it's all just like been coated with some polished turd thing that. It's hard for me to. Every now and then when I hear a real punk band, I go, "Oh yeah, no, I like punk music."
Yeah.
I just keep forgetting that you guys exist because usually when I ask computers to play me punk music, you give me bitch music.
Yeah, Sonny was a fixture on the Warped Tour. It's fair to call them a punk band.
So is Skrillex gonna be working with GoPro again, or is he looking for a new angle? Is he gonna go? Is he wah 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 again?
Oh my good! You better believe it.
Okay. Wait, does he own that? I feel like I've already heard this. Doesn't this play like all day in my head? I feel like my phone like plays this music in my head when I'm sleeping to remind me to go to Netflix or buy something on Amazon. Like this is the system working.
I think he stole that chipmunk voice from like Cameron or something.
Yep.
Here it comes. He's going to drop a deuce on them.
In a weird sort of way, he's like the Puddle of Mud of now.
I fucking hate everybody.
That's the
everybody that moves to that. You could just
some kind of monster.
Just fucking explode you all, and everybody would be so much happier. The cows and all the people on the planet would be so much better off.
Did Bob Rock produce that album?
Bob Rock? Nah, Skrillex is good. The kids go, you know what? They're there and they're exercising.
Yeah,
they're probably drinking lots of water because they're jumping up and down, and you can't resist a crescendo, and then you do wop 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 wop, ooh,
yeah,
and you do the thing.
I would have to think it's fairly challenging to have sex to that.
Who invented the speeding the voice up thing?
Is that Kanye?
Nah, way before Kanye, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I first heard that chipmunk voice with Cameron.
Yeah,
but those are Kanye production. That's what I'm saying. All that oh boy shit and Through the Wire was. I want to say Kanye did it when he was producing people and then brought it over to his solo stuff.
It took some balls to do that, to say, hey, I'm gonna put this chipmunk voice in here and people are not gonna laugh at it. And I mean, it's.
I thought I liked Cameron because I liked those samples so much. Like I thought I liked Oh Boy. I just like the bit.
Wait, are you saying you no longer like Cameron?
I like the bit where it goes, "Oh boy,
Man,
oh
I like.
boy,
Well, that's
boy,
you're.
boy, boy."
Yeah, luckily for you, he says it like 5 million times in that song.
I know. I listened to it.
Man,
I know.
The
I just
songs
can't
are
wait for
great.
it.
I just felt like Cameron carried it himself, just with his purple and pink and just ridiculous statements all the time. I thoroughly enjoyed everything he did. I love watching that dude walk around. Is that dude still alive? Is he wearing all purple?
Performing in L.A. In like 2 or 3 days.
He's the sweetest dude ever.
Let's get him in here.
I've been trying to. Yeah.
Cameron won't come in here. It'll be the worst interview ever. Like this clown.
Oh boy.
I'll be like, fuck, what the fuck?
Yeah,
bring up that. There you go.
Speaking of hip hop, new music from Ed Sheeran,
Just get over and done with.
featuring
Who cares?
Eminem, and 50 Cent's on this too, but I don't think we'll hear him on this sample.
Why doesn't
I don't
Bruce
know.
Lee and Mike Tyson get on there and just
I know,
ruin
right?
my life? Clint Eastwood, go down there and say some
James
shit with it.
Hetfield.
Yeah, fucking sounds good. What you fucking assholes? Just ruin everything. No! I'm not listening to Eminem do something over that. Oh God! All right.
I like my shows open air, Tokyo to Delaware. Put your phones in the air if you wanna be rock. You know I want way more than I already got. Give me a song with Eminem and 50 Cent in the club. You know it ain't my time to call it a day. I wanna crack on and I wanna.
I can't. I can't even do that.
You've
I
heard
can't.
Eminem rap before. You know what he's
Yeah,
gonna
great,
do.
man. You guys, do you really need to pay that many? Do you need 5 jacuzzis? Like, just. Oh my God, man, you gluttonous whore.
Yeah, I don't get the draw of that guy.
Do you really think that
It's a really bad song. It's not. What is the fun of that?
But
I heard.
Why would Eminem be on that?
Do you really think that they're rich? They don't have to be on it, so that can't be their motive. Is let's make some money off this song.
Yes, rich people never want more money.
No.
Yeah,
dude.
They're always content.
No,
That's
but
exactly
dude,
why they're doing
They
it.
don't need to team up
Yes,
with
they do.
Ed Sheeran to make some
stay
money.
popular.
Yeah,
to
it keeps
stay,
you relevant.
Yeah. Are you
It just-
serious, dude?
I-
This is the core of. This is the core. They fucking hate this dude. He's
Absolutely
a fucking
not.
douche.
No, they would not
50
do
Cent
it.
spits on this dude behind his back
Dude,
for
50
sure.
Cent?
And this dude spits on 50 Cent's back behind his
Dude,
back.
50 Cent has
Ed Sheeran hates
so
Eminem.
much money.
They
He
make
would turn
him-
down somebody that he hates.
Well, I can't believe you, of all people that you hang out with all the biggest dicks that have ever walked the sky. You know every douche,
All the
every
dicks that
business
walk the
guy.
sky.
Yeah. I know. I don't make any sense. I do it for a living.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
People that make a lot of money just want to make a lot of money. They don't stop wanting to make a lot of money. People that want to be famous will do anything to be famous. It's very rare for someone to go, okay, this'll do. You called it out on me.
No.
You called it out on me when I first started doing
agree.
radio. You were like, you'll never be satisfied. You'll never stop. That's the kind of person you are.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
fucking wrong, for
Now,
one.
okay.
And these guys, that's what you thought I was.
But, Jason, would
don't-
you do a show with somebody that you hate?
No.
Exactly. Would Tony Hawk do something with somebody he hated? Actively hated?
But Tony Hawk's not the same.
I'm just
Tony
saying.
Tony Hawk probably has said no to several things that could make him way
Exactly.
more money.
And you have too.
Dude, I don't.
Oh,
I just,
everybody. I can understand somebody doing something with somebody
I don't.
to
Do you
make
think,
money.
okay, do you think?
But
Snoop,
not somebody
do you
they
think,
hate.
Do you think? Well, I don't know about hate. What about justifying? You pay me $1 million for me to lay a song down for a couple of seconds. Who is it? Oh, that fucking Sheeran dude. You don't think this is the blueprint? It's the Snoop Dogg blueprint. You just sell your shit to these clowns, and you say that they're clowns to your real friends, but you know what I mean, to the celebrities of the world. You just go along with it and go, oh yeah, man, my main man Ed Sheeran over here. But in actual fact, personally, you're like, this is the dumbest shit ever. But how is it harming me? I just got paid $10 million to take a photo with this dickhead and go hoop-a-dooba-doo over the top of the worst beat I've ever heard.
See, I think it's more like this. I think it's like if you met Justin Bieber. Well, I know you did, but if you like hung out with him for a minute and thought, oh, now I understand Justin Bieber, and he's like, hey, Jason, why don't you come, skate in my video or whatever?
Okay,
And
here
you're
you go.
like,
Here you
well,
go.
I
I'm going
like
to break
you
it
as
down
a
even harder
person.
for you. I
Okay.
was friends with a famous person, and I
Okay.
was fucking lit up by him, and I was hanging out with him all the time.
Right.
And he's a musician, and I was in a band, and he was in my band.
Right.
If he wanted me to sing in his, all of a sudden was like, you know what, Jason, you're just a really good singer. You should be in this. You should do a track, and you should be my friend fucking Ed Sheeran, because I bet you Benji's friends with Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
I don't even know, but I bet you he is. And I just kept going along with all of it and just kept doing all of it.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. And I'm in the clouds with the bullshit. And I'm brewing up useless shit that keeps me going. Look, if I can live with it and I like it and I kind of don't mind, then yeah, you're not really selling out. But don't tell me this is for the passion of the game to further the sport. This is fucking garbage, man.
Yeah, no, I would not say it's to further
And
the
none of them
sport or
care
anything.
about it. It's just this is like a weird selfie fucking thing. Like
But-
they're all just taking bra photos with each other and making songs for all us dickheads to suck on when it's not
all
real
I'm saying-
shit. You didn't drive your fucking heart and soul into this song, and it's number one. So all the kids are like, you know what really drives me today? Ed Sheeran's song with Eminem and 50 Cent. You fucking gump bullshit
okay.
candy bars.
Can you imagine a scenario where, like, Haley really likes Ed Sheeran?
Okay, no, I thought of that. She's too old for that.
Okay, but
Who the fuck is Haley?
His daughter. If there had
Oh.
been a thing where she was 11 years old and he did a song with her, with him, I would be like, I know exactly why this happened, and I completely get it, and I agree with it. But
I'm
that,
just
that, I
saying
don't think-
there are other reasons out there that are plausible reasons besides, hey, I want that. How much money do you make being the third person on a track?
You don't think he has a schedule where he's manager and he's booking people? Just say you're doing this with this guy, this with this guy, this with this guy.
I mean, no.
Well, he
dude.
made this album is all collaborations.
Yeah, I was walking around Ralph's or Best Buy or something, and I heard a song playing over the speakers that was so horrible, I started laughing. And I was like, oh, I got to, figure out what this is and Shazam it. And it was fucking Ed Sheeran and Bieber's duet on this new album. And it was so bad I was laughing.
Is that the one that we listened to that's like a hit in Japan or something?
Yeah, it never really got to the top of the charts here, but he's with Chris Stapleton, who's a well-respected country artist, and I mean you can make fun of
Play the
other
game.
rappers.
Everybody's playing the game, man. You're all a part of it, and that's great. You're all holding hands, kumbaya,
Yeah,
and we're buying your party favors.
Yeah, well, if they, crossed paths and hung out and hung out a little bit, and Eminem and 50 Cent were like, wow, I really get that guy now. I respect what he does a lot more than I did beforehand. Sure, but you still know a shit song's a shit song.
Oh, yeah, no,
and
I'm not-
Andre 3000 and Big Boy are credited as writers on that, too.
Really?
That's crushing. I wish I didn't see that.
That is disappointing, but even, and Sleepy Brown, too.
I mean, Ed Sheeran, we can make fun of him, but he is generally thought of as the best songwriter for pop music out today.
The best catchy guy.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
saying the
that's
dude from
Willie
Nickelback is a
Nelson.
musical genius. It's the same thing. He's got the
masses.
no. He knows that he knows the mix, the thing to do that the people love.
Yeah, he has not written one undisputedly great pop song. He simply has not.
Willie Nelson, on the other hand, has written some of the most amazing songs you will ever, ever, ever hear. So there's one for you.
No, he's saying right now, the currently relevant pop songwriter.
Every pop artist would go to Ed Sheeran to help punch up their tracks.
Yeah, because they suck too.
Yeah, popular.
I'm just saying, there
You
have been.
just said that. Puddle of Mud is awesome. You and Ed Sheeran knows. Don't take this the wrong way, but Ed Sheeran knows how stupid you are,
Yeah, no, agreed.
and he makes these formulas for the masses to fucking cattle up and just do 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 do, and everyone who wants the money and the fame goes to him if they have the connections, so that he can give them a piece of the thing that you all heard to.
Yeah, he's exploiting you, Andrew.
Look,
Ed Sheeran's
And there's
peeing
nothing
on
wrong
your
with
head.
Ed Sheeran for doing it either. I'm
In-
just saying that's what it is. It's your life. You want to live. You want to hear the music you want to hear before you're gone. And if it's that, then great. You win. I'm just pointing out that is weak sauce.
Two things. Kevin, this should make you feel better. That song is only credited to those guys because it contains a sample of So Fresh and So Clean by The Outkast. That's how you get writer
That's gonna
credit.
make you feel better.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and that explains how Sleepy Brown's in there too. He was like the third guy in Outkast.
But they okayed it.
But yeah, they cleared a sample. Of course they did. But my point, in case it wasn't totally clear, I just listened to yesterday. Paul McCartney did a concert at Amoeba Record Store in 2007 here in Los Angeles, and they released it as a live album. And I was like, oh, that's fun. And you're like, wow, you kind of forget all the songs Paul fucking McCartney wrote. In 1968, Paul McCartney was the Ed Sheeran of the day. People would pay good money to go to his concerts and then scream so loud they couldn't even hear the band. So the band finally stopped touring because they're like, it's pointless. People can't even hear the music. But when you strip that all away, people still respect and revere the songwriting. Ed Sheeran has the first half of that. We'll never have a bit of the second half because what Paul McCartney has 40 of, Ed Sheeran has 0 of.
Boom! Tough acting tonight.
But that's, I mean, not to be like a dick, but that's like your opinion. The kids
No, it's
that he's
not.
appealing to today are going to listen to his songs in decades from now and be like, I really love that Ed Sheeran song.
You have to let him have that argument.
Yeah, I don't believe so because I think that you have to.
But then
okay,
what music will they be listening to?
I don't know the answer to that, but there has always been pop music that's disposable and pop music that is universally admired. This is not universally admired.
What's like the most recent universally admired pop music then that would last decades or whatever?
Man, that's got to go back a ways, right?
It's saying something.
Trying to think.
I mean, do you count like Whitney Houston?
What about moves like Jagger by
Maroon 5?
By Maroon 5.
It's more recent than that. I never heard one person shit on Hey Ya by Andre 3000.
Some Gaga stuff, maybe?
I don't know that she's really had that song.
I think she might be the answer to that question,
Maybe.
though.
He's not universally beloved, obviously, but Kanye has combined pop success with critical acclaim.
True.
Yeah.
It happens. It will happen again.
Like Kanye
that
also
might be
hasn't
the answer.
put out anything in. We're getting close to like.
Who's more legendary and futuristic, Kanye or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z will have more lasting power than Kanye.
I mean, who has the ones that you remember? Because Kanye's first album, the first song's pretty good, but then the ones N-Bombs in Paris and shit, it's just played out, dude. Hearing it now, I'm like, this shit is basic. It's embarrassing to be in the room with it. At one point, it was the fucking hottest thing ever.
Through the Wire, amazing, but like, I think Jay-Z's probably got more hits that'll still be played.
That's what I'm saying. He
10
might
years.
have, some Hard Knock Life shit that was still good.
Yeah, but Black Skinhead is inventive and interesting and really creative.
I don't remember that. Probably do, but,
Well, either of those guys. Jay-Z is a good example of somebody who had a string of pop hits and was ghostwriting God knows what else on the side in his pop heyday, but still is like, that is a respected artist, unlike Ed Sheeran.
See, that's weird because, Jay-Z probably trying to tell you Ed Sheeran's great.
Probably.
But I guess that's the thing. This is like you're being told by mainstream that all you big, powerful people, except for maybe Elton John and people like that, should just get on the wagon of Ed Sheeran's the greatest. But really, your ears, really? Give me 5 of the greatest Ed Sheeran songs that he's ever made, and I will I will give you my honest, open heart opinion, and I guarantee it's going to come up with, come on, the world, you can't really think that this is the artist of your life.
I would say that when the Neptunes were producing lots of people's shit, some of those songs are fucking great.
Yep.
Some of it was just dog shit slathered on top of a really sweet beat from Pharrell. There's no doubt about it. Some of those songs are fucking great, and they combine being cutting edge with being accessible. Nowadays, cutting edge doesn't cut through. You need to do the same old dog shit everybody's heard 50,000 times.
Right. I do believe there might be one Ed Sheeran song that I liked.
He's got so many hits. It sort of seems like there's bound to be one decent one in the batch.
During Ellis Mania in Vegas, I woke up and the television was on, and if it's him,
the Hard Rock.
It was the one where he's talking about something about a lamppost. Meet me at the lamppost.
I love that song.
Meet me at the lamppost.
That's
really
catchy.
speaks to me.
Yeah, catchy.
Beep, boop, bop.
It's universal because literally everybody
Got a
sees
lamppost.
lampposts.
Well, not everybody, but yeah. Fortunate people do.
A lot of people.
Everybody with electricity.
Me-
Those are the people he's
Meet
pandering
Adam.
to.
Yeah. This one goes out to all the people with electricity.
Yeah, there's no candle song.
It's called Lamppost.
Speaking of electricity, Gucci Mane and Justin Bieber have a song called Love Through the Computer.
Like you be doing on that computer. You want a long distance love, I want computer love. So drop it low and back it back like a computer does. Ooh, you can meet me on my laptop. Ooh, you can meet me on my laptop. Ooh, we both logged on, I didn't want to turn off. That's that computer love.
You know, Yesterday by Paul McCartney, that
Yeah.
roughly
No,
equivalent.
come on, Mark. It's just some random Thursday. It's Gucci Mane has so many other bangers.
Wow.
That was just like,
How can you put out a song that's like 20 years dated?
dang, Gucci Mane is shredded. Holy shit, Gucci Mane. Good for you.
I think he needs to enjoy himself a little more.
Does he wear a lot of Gucci?
Yeah, they fixed that thing, right? Didn't Gucci was racist, now they're not? That was close.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Now I can shop there again.
It's okay, everybody. You can shop there. They were like, man, you know what? That was bad. We'll pull that whole what was it again?
You're right. We'll
Black
stop being racist.
Slave or something that I don't know what they did.
I don't know. But nobody else is doing plaid, so.
I think they had like a blackface, whiteface type thing.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I'm triggered.
My bad. Didn't mean it. And we're back. Who's next?
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, she is a white girl, yeah?
Is she the Australian one?
Is she the butt
Yep,
implant
she's
lady?
Australian.
All right, cool.
It's
a little old school, this. This beat's been around for a while.
So has she.
Little Sally Walker shake it proper bend it over,
Camel
make it
toe.
wobble,
Yeah, right? Rocking the toe.
Man, she was at Sirius XM wedging those pants up her box.
She was hanging a little. She was hanging a little to the left that day.
Here's my clit. Here's my tit.
It's like mathematics. If you do it for free, then it's ass backwards.
Yeah.
All of you bitches is mad at me. Probably
Yeah, up
because
for
you
sure,
ain't my
motherfuckers.
tax bracket. You bitches is broker than glass cracking. You
I
ain't
don't know
got
why
the
I
shit.
don't hate
Ass
this.
cracking. Play with me, you gon' get
She's
backhanded.
great.
I chewed it up and look back at it. Little Sally Walker walking down the street. She didn't know what to do, so she jumped in front of me.
Well, she has the advantage of when you rap with an authentic Australian accent, it opens up whole new rhyme schemes.
Right?
She jumped in front of me.
Oh, g'day. Come on, man. Why doesn't she just give us your real accent? It's time for an album where she just goes, "Oh, mate, you want to go on a date?"
They'd be great.
I reckon that'd be great.
Reach at the lamppost today.
Just fucking dig hard. It rhymed the sweetest Outback shit ever. And she would be a golden goddess.
Jaden Smith's Golden God or Goddess, and he has a song here.
Now, fuck you, dude. That's it. I'm not listening.
Wow, that was good.
You're a fucking idiot.
I love
I mean,
that.
I'm sure you're great, but the music, fuck off. I don't have to. Just because you've got money to make an album doesn't mean I have to listen to it.
Lil Pump's got a song with French Montana and Quifo.
He didn't die yet. He's not in jail or something. Can't stop this guy too. Come on. Is he saying what the fuck I do?
What is he supposed to do?
Supposed to do.
Who?
Supposed to do.
Oh. What is it? Oh. All right, let's make some song up. Be good. Get a lyric. What? He's got some bitches and he doesn't know what to do. Is he chopping himself in the neck?
When I'm walking through, surrounded by some scammer bitches, but I want you. Space coupe, UFO, take off wrong. Chop up by our shoes. Drop 30 on some shoes.
Hey, son.
He dropped $30 on some shoes.
Butts.
That's ridiculous.
So many butts.
I'd like to poop on that guy's head.
God, music's so gay, man.
Stevie Wonder has
Look at me,
written
I'm
songs that will
expressing
be
myself.
revered for decades to come, and someday we will be saying the same about Neff the Pharaoh.
I never heard of Neff the Pharaoh.
Well, check out this timeless hit. It's called Tap Yo Pussy.
Oh! Finally.
pussy ain't got no hair on it like all that shit fell out. You off of work, huh? You finna have a ladies' night, you in a skirt, huh? You always hit the Applebee's right after church, huh? Heard she was selling Avon and now she slang mud. Had to get her change up. Nah, wobble on my dick. I can't stand a bitch who don't swallow it, make me sick.
Yeah.
Little booty short so I can see the pussy print. You out of pocket if you twerk it and your pussy got a stick. I need a bitch with a big old butt. She gotta have big titties in her butt. Shake it, let me twist it like a bobbit. If you pop it, need to stop it. You got niggas in they wallet. I'm finna tap your pussy, baby, with these stacks. It's only if you do it, throw it back. Big dog, I got big balls. Come play fetch. I'm trying to catch your whole ass in my lap. I'm finna tap your pussy, baby.
Man, I'm gonna go I'm going to the bank to get some stacks to hit my wife in the pussy with.
I'm finna.
Well played, Neff the Pharaoh.
Right?
Well played.
I know. I like where this guy's coming from.
Me too. This guy
I like the
speaks
part
to
where
me.
he rhymed butt with butt.
Yeah, me too. Bravissimo.
Yeah, I fuck with this guy.
Yeah, this kid's got it going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most intelligent thing I've heard all day.
Hitting bitches with stacks, son.
Yeah.
And now something from the ladies' perspective.
Okay.
Trina featuring Nicki Minaj. Baps.
Yeah, this is straight up Cash Money Millionaires. This is Project Bitch.
Big, anonymous.
This shit sucks.
Sounds like somebody playing around in the electronics department of Circuit City.
Their production team used to make like 15 albums a day.
I'll watch a basketball game and you can play this, but that's it.
Tory Lanez and friends, Jay Hardy, and you too, Mr. Martin. I curved y'all boys. No disrespect to y'all boys. Yeah, I curved y'all boys. No disrespect to y'all boys.
It's the same exact rhyme scheme too as Project Bitch.
Causing drama. Me and my bad bitches, we like fuck this baby mama. He caught me them Chanel bags, them diamonds, BBS. You see this $500 million mansion that's wrapped around.
Man, I wish I was dumber.
That's that piano thing
I
everybody
could
plays.
almost like that song.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they got the Flip Mode Squad thing playing over the back of it. It's just all basic,
Got
same
chopsticks
shit.
is
Well, yeah. I think Birdman even does the Project Bitch hook if you let it when it like keeps playing. Like it legit that song. Me and my buddies in college used to drink 40s and dump them on our heads to that song.
Well, you know how to live, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good song to dump 40s on your head too.
Yeah. Why would you? How much longer do I have to be here? What's he talking about?
He's dumping 40s
Why would
on
you
his
dump
head.
Why'd you dump a 40 on your head?
Me and my roommate, if the mood caught us, we drank a lot.
If the mood.
Oh yeah. So if we were feeling a song, it was a lot of Cash Money Millionaires that would get us to dump 40s on our head. And it was funny too because
I would love to be a fly on the wall.
Oh my God, this song is so good. Blah, 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 like just pouring it over your head. I'm like, wait, dude.
Would this be before or after the part in the evening where you guys talk to girls?
Yeah.
I think the disconnect between how cool they thought they looked.
Pussy slayers. Fucking jacking.
I did not get laid that much in college.
Yeah,
but,
wow.
we did have chicks that hung out with us. Like our room was the party room. So when everybody was done with class or on the weekend, everybody would just come and party in our room. And my roommate, who he is still married to her to this day, he met his, future wife, and she would come hang out with us. And it took a while for her to tame him, but there would be parts where she would see him winding up, and she like, "Don't you do it, no!" And he just powered through and dumped a 40 on his head.
I just like thinking
These
about
are arguments I have with a 1-year-old.
I know, this is insane.
I like thinking about Kevin and
then she married the guy. The
That's
guy
the
that
thing.
couldn't contain himself, and every time this song came on,
It's the thing, guys. If we all stay stupid, eventually they've got to fuck one of us.
Oh no! Play the song. Song's sick. Okay, stop.
Yeah, same exact thing.
Yep. Okay, next song.
Man, I want to dump a 40 on my head right now.
No one's stopping you.
Ellis Mania. I'm gonna get that song playing for sure. That's when I want to see it.
Here's
I'll do it.
a modern country classic from the Highwomen.
Redesigning women, running the world while we're cleaning up the kitchen, making bangs, shaking hands, driving 80, trying to
I'd rather a recording of all of them farting at the same time.
I know.
I think that was a recording of all of them.
When that
farting
song
at the
plays,
same
I
time.
instantly hate fun.
Some of them are hot. They kind of, I guess I want to bang.
Is
this
one of
little
them an
blonde one, but
astronaut?
not really.
Does
Yeah,
one
the
of
little blonde one,
does,
yeah.
Does the
she's
one
awesome.
always dress like that? Can you hear me now, dude?
Oh yeah. What's up with that? Why? She looks like a flight attendant.
An astronaut.
The little blonde one's the most famous out of them. She's
Yeah,
had
she's
a bunch
hot.
of hits.
Wait, just because she? Yeah, okay. God,
So
I'm
these are
basic.
all. This is a superstar
It's a
super group.
Yeah.
The Highwaymen was a super group, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was like Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson,
Nelson,
and yeah.
yeah.
So instead of the Highwaymen, it's the Highwomen.
Highwaymen.
That's the sort of cleverness this project promises in spades.
Wordplay.
They harmonize as well as like Bananarama.
They fucking suck.
And here's more modern country from Tomb Mold.
What?
He's saying wood.
Hey, what did he say then?
He said wood. Wood.
Wait, what did he say?
He's saying tap your pussy.
It's easier to get along with people that talk about. Okay, I'm not sure what he wants.
He wants some tomb mold.
Wood.
I mean, what did he even? You do. I don't know, man. I don't what. I'm not sure if you're even saying stuff. I'm gonna call bullshit and say he's just saying scary sounds. That's a scary sound. That's not a word.
That was food.
He went. No, he did not say food. He said
food.
He said boo. Boo. Boo.
Maybe he said boobs.
Boobs.
Boobs. Fear. Food. Puss puss.
I've got the lyrics.
Oh, thank God.
Bullshit.
What he was actually saying was, the hands of many manipulate one.
No.
This mind lost, a brain soaked in poison, buried in layers of rot. Terraforming,
No.
defleshed,
No.
bone and vein lay roots.
No. No, he
Deformed,
didn't.
deformed consciousness, rising injection of Darth energy, accelerated expansion, osseum-like
Does he
density.
start talking real fast at
I
the
did
end of the
catch
song? Does he start saying way more at the end of this song? Because he said boo and That's all he said so far.
Oh, and the song is 8 hours long.
Okay, well then, okay.
Wow, he's a regular Billy Shakespeare. There,
Are they
that
good
guy.
to you, Kevin, or no?
That's not my normal style, but I could tolerate that for a couple songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was just the right amount for me.
Man, me too.
Yeah. Let's see how well we can tolerate a bath.
Yeah. Get a bath.
Yeah, looks like they could use one.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Hey, man.
Corpse paint. Oh, wow, he has a bat face.
Bad face killer.
All right.
Devil boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah. This is the front man of Immortal.
Oh, I definitely heard the similarities to Immortal.
Oh, bat face.
Very
yeah.
immortally. Yeah. Those guys are great. Very
Yeah.
evil, and that guy, yeah, they seem super evil.
I saw them in concert once. They're
Did
pretty
it-
good.
Was it evil?
A little more silly than you would think.
Yeah.
Guy's got jokes.
I could see that being a bit silly.
And he ate shit. He completely wiped out on stage.
On purpose
Oh,
or?
wait, he
No,
wiped out and then ate shit?
He was
That's not.
because he plays
And then
guitar
he
as well. and he-
accidentally jizzed, and the other guy ate it and barfed.
oh yeah, and then he farted.
Then he slipped down on it? And then he landed right on the microphone and just farted.
Those guys are killers, aren't they?
Got an instant boner. But no, he wiped out mid song and had a good attitude about it. Made jokes and shit.
All right.
They're good. I like them.
Norma Jean, I have a song.
Oh, she's gonna be metal as fuck for sure.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. Look, he's brought up pictures of Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, true.
I'm gonna miss you when we replace you with someone competent.
Where are we going?
Yeah. They're going to be breaking it down for a while.
Where are we going?
Oh, no.
I don't hate it.
No, these guys are part of the wave of music that was like the least embarrassing part of Warped Tour Screamo.
I would like this. I like everything about it, except it's hard to deal with something that's like a 9/16 time or whatever, because you can't really like rock to it.
Yeah, but they're showing off. They're showing you how good a musician
I appreciate
they are.
that, but they should just do that in the breakdowns or
Yeah.
something. Just jam for
They don't
a
want to be.
minute.
They don't want to be catchy. They want to show you that.
Damn it!
Follow the rules, metal band.
Yeah.
Who's
Give me
next?
a
Couple
first chorus.
Couple more tracks. Here's Opeth.
No. There you go.
I think that compares favorably to Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Opeth's been around for a while.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
Who's next?
Korn?
Yeah, I was just saying I don't hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take this, I might break it.
Wait.
Watch it, I'll fall down.
Yeah.
So
like they never left.
Yeah,
right.
That's pretty good. I
my,
like that.
No, my impression of them from the outside is that they had their run where they were creative and groundbreaking, and then he really went off the deep end with drugs and alcohol, and then he got sober, and now he can literally write 200 B-level Korn songs every day for the rest of his life. And that's better than most bands can say, frankly.
And that sounds good and all. I think the most important thing about Korn is seeing them live. I mean, they are
great.
Fantastic
Yep.
live.
A lot of dreads. A little bit weird about being near him, but that's okay.
Keep a safe distance and enjoy the show, folks.
That's okay.
Yeah, 10th row on back is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, and finally, new music from Slipknot.
Yes. I gotta see them live. I still haven't seen them live.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I kind of fucked myself.
They're playing on Saturday.
Where?
San Manuel in San Bernardino.
Oh, is that Not Fest?
Yeah.
Man.
That's Not Fest?
No, the Glen Helen Pavilion. Yeah, it's Not Fest Road Show.
A celebration of all things not.
Not
Yeah, they do put on a hell of a show.
Slipknot.
This Saturday, huh?
Not Slipknot?
I'm hosting a birthday party.
You
at
fucking
my
with me?
house.
Oh, no.
I'm hosting a Cuban birthday party at my house.
Volbeat.
You could be hosting a Cuban party at Knotfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dancing salsa all day probably.
Gojira. I should bring my son to that so he can be incredibly disappointed. No, that's Gojira.
Oh no. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Fuck you, Dad.
Where is he?
Is it sold out or?
I think there's still tickets from what I've seen.
So it's not.
Nope.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
As long as you're here,
Yeah.
there was a bridge. Kind of giving this.
Did it
something
marry
away
a
here.
taco?
No, not yet. And now it never will, because this historic bridge actually added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1997 collapsed under the weight of a truck carrying 42 tons
Silver
of beans.
Some hefty beans.
Oh, that's a lot of beans.
So
Would you
did
like
they-
to just roll around in those, Will?
Oh yeah.
And now they're all gone.
Did the bean driver die?
No. And I think the bean load is intact. Like, I don't think the beans were
Bean
unleashed.
load.
Oh, it just cracked the. Oh, okay. That didn't snap and go into the sea.
It's a 56-foot structure.
They can still pull the truck out.
Yeah, but it would
Who
cost
needed all those beans, man?
people like you, Will. Destroyed that bridge. So the guy was unfamiliar with the area and entered the destination into his GPS, which took him across the old bridge. However, there was presumably a sign saying that the weight limit of the bridge was 14 tons. He had 42 tons. It might be hard to believe that he didn't know what he was doing, given that this same driver has twice been convicted of exceeding load limits before.
He's a heavy load guy.
He plays by his own rules. And
Yes. Nothing worse than a heavy load guy.
finally, his freewheeling beanways have caught up with him.
All right, well, hopefully he pays the price, but he won't be. You know who pays the price? Big Bean.
Yep. Big Bean, take that.
Big Bean are not going to get their beans back. It's a waste of beans.
All the bridge trolls probably
Probably
homeless.
drowned in the beans.
It's about time they made a new bridge anyway. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, really.
I mean, it's only a matter of time before another 45 pounds, fucking tons of beans come coasting over, so.
Yeah, do we know what happened to the beans? Are they okay?
Yeah, you can see that after it cracked, the guy's trailer didn't open or anything.
Yeah, but how long was that
Phew.
truck there in the heat?
They're
Heat. I don't like hot beans.
Beans
hot
keep forever.
I like
Now they're
fresh
just
beans.
refried.
Yeah, okay. Then I'm okay.
I'm assuming they were like in cans or something. I don't think it was just a truck full of loose beans.
Please don't shatter the illusion for me.
I know, right? That's what I thought.
Of loose beans.
Baked bean sauce is leaking out the side of it and shit.
Yeah.
And now
Well,
they've done it.
You know, Tully, I have news as well.
You do?
Yes, and I'm going to go grab that and bring it right back into the studio.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
With Jason Ellis.
Right after this on Faction Talk.
Other than your absolute best friends, who could you ask to bring you red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., and breakfast burritos at 8 a.m.? Postmates. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever you can think of delivery service all year round. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store is. Postmates will deliver anything to you. Download the app on iOS or Android for free. Browse local restaurants, businesses, and track your delivery 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Postmates can bring you what you want within the hour. Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. They're the largest on-demand network known in the universe, with more than 25,000 partner merchants. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start deliveries, download the app right now and use code FACTION. That's code FACTION for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Get anything you need anytime you need it. Download the Postmates app and save with code FACTION. Wow. Hey, buddy. That's the best I've ever done it. Yeah. So I stabbed a man who robbed me and it bled out of his head. I said, look at you, you dumb fuck. Now you gonna be dead. I like country and I like dogs and I like the farm and shit. I like drinking whiskey and hey, look at those girls' tits. Come on, you're dead. I'm gonna kill you. You robbed my house. You're dead. I'm gonna kill you. You robbed my house.
Jason Ellis.
On Faction Talk.
103.
I don't think we should. I think you could add a few more things to that.
I totally agree.
Yeah, keep going.
Needs more cowbell.
Just get someone to hit a cowbell over it for another 10 seconds while someone says Faction Talk. I just got a text message from Tom Payton saying the funniest thing he's ever heard is the podcast I did with Mike Cathro Talk, my fisting story. Somebody listened to it. I told you I parried somebody the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry, Will. You were saying Will's news. Fuck. Sorry.
In England.
I did that read real good, though.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, let's
that was the best ever.
That was.
That was really good. In England.
England. Do what, Asiam? Did you kill my brother?
Yeah, everybody talks like that there.
Yeah.
An inventor has decided to cross the English Channel on a hoverboard. Not the kind that were supposed to be cool for a few minutes and lit airplanes on fire, but the kind that, like, the Green Goblin rides around on.
So a board that actually hovers, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's saying it's over water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a rocket. He's like a rocket. He's on a rocket board.
Yeah. The Green Goblin. Think of that.
Yeah, no, I've seen videos of these men.
Can you bring up the video?
Oh, I'm a Green Goblin, governor. No.
Anyway, he fell in the water.
Yes! Suck a butt!
Oh no, my hoverboard.
Why did he fall in the water? Did he fall in water on camera?
I don't know.
Oh, he's cruising.
Yeah, you don't know about that,
Oh,
huh?
he's fast.
No, this guy's awesome. He might suck, but what he's doing is really cool. So he was.
Why does he suck?
One of the most futuristic things that I've ever. No, I'm saying
I agree.
I don't know him personally. Like he might be a
a
total
person.
wiener,
Yeah.
but like this thing is cool. One of the most futuristic things I've ever seen that was real was what they had like a Bastille Day thing in France a week or two ago, and he was just
cool.
fucking hanging around, floating around. He was like wielding a gun, right?
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, this kicks ass.
So this guy.
So he fell in the ocean. Does that mean he fell in the ocean miles away by himself and almost drowned?
11 miles out, but
who had to get him?
There were boats and stuff out there.
They
knew
actually
he was doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And they said that the greatest danger to what he was doing is that it is one of the world's busiest shipping routes. So there's so many boats he could have crashed into out there. He was never going to get lost out there. Well, right, because he said the thing he did on Bastille Day took very little of his battery power or fuel reserves, whatever. He said this was very I think he needed to refuel in the middle.
Yes, absolutely. And he had just completed that when he fell in the water. But
so he just fucked up. He just he just sucks.
He'll try it again.
Because he sucks at using it.
The channel is about 22 miles across, and they said it would take him about 20 minutes to cross it. So that's, 60 miles an hour he's going? That's a pretty good clip.
Look, he looks awesome.
Look, that's real. This is movie shit.
That looks so much fun.
Yeah. It looks so cool. Any of us, if we could all do that, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
He's flying.
And then, of course, the YouTube videos of the average person. Man, I saw it when I went to the dentist today.
Mm-hmm.
A man got in the elevator and had a cane. It was so old and so rickety and could barely see and could barely walk, and it took him so long to get in the elevator that when we got to the bottom, I held the door for him because I just thought that the door would for sure close on him and fucking kill him.
Right.
So I opened the door for him and he waddles past me, and then I go get my ticket and get my car or whatever. And we're waiting for a long time as a line of people to get their cars. And then I see the valet guy give him the fucking ticket. And this dude just creaks over to his car and gets in a car and drives. And I thought, I almost filmed it because I just wanted people to. And then I followed him because he was going my way. So I followed him for a bit. And sure enough, halfway down a main street, he just stops, because he's probably like, lost something or he's looking for his keys or
in the middle of the road.
Fuck yeah, man.
His ear fell off.
This dude should not be like I can't believe. I mean, does he live by himself? Where, you know what I mean? Like, when the doctor checked him and he said, all right, I'll see you next week. Did she say, are you fucking driving here? Because that's not legal.
Right.
That's like saying, you know what I mean, watching me stumble out of a bar and saying it's fine for me to drive. I reckon me on a bottle of whiskey versus him driving home, I get home fucking better. Because he can't see. Like, mine's off. He can't see.
Blind people.
I watched him in the
driving.
elevator. He can barely see. Sorry.
Rutger
I had to
Hauer.
say that.
Yeah. In other news,
His car was dirty too, and I was like, he doesn't even know if it's dirty. He can't even see it.
A new study reveals that a typical apple contains around 100 million bacteria.
Good, because I don't want to. I was going to eat one the other day in the fridge, and I saw a bruise on it, and I changed my mind.
Well, that's
Saved
good
myself.
for you. It's good.
Oh, bacteria is good.
Yeah.
Oh, because it goes in there and hangs out with the other bacteria.
Yeah, you know what else contains 100 million bacteria? You.
Oh, and then you all just bacteriaize with each other.
Organic apples were found to contain even more diverse bacterial goodness than conventional apples.
Good.
Potentially making them healthier.
I'll probably have an apple again then.
Study senior author Professor Gabriel Berg says the bacteria, fungi, and viruses in our food transiently colonize our gut. Cooking kills most of these, so raw fruit and vegetables are particularly important sources.
You've got to eat your fruits and vegetables.
Right. As the old saying goes, an apple a day.
That's why I have my green smoothie
good.
thing. Got to have your greens. You get them in your system so that your things all work out, and you do solid poopies.
Here's important information about it, though. Regular store-bought apples and organic apples have about the same amount of bacteria. However, the organic apples have a way wider, diverse bunch of bacteria. So that's way better.
It's like the New York of apples.
Yes.
Right.
It's like the big little... So...
Well, yeah.
Also, bacteria mostly lives in the core of the apple. So, for example...
So you got to eat the core?
For example...
I don't eat the core when I'm really high.
If you
and I
remove
don't have any candy.
the core from an apple...
Yeah.
A typical apple's bacteria drops from 100 million down to 10 million.
So nobody eats the core.
I know.
I throw them away I chop up apples to put in my green drinks and throw away the core every
But what
single
about
time.
the green drink? I mean, that's the way you would get the core in your
Well,
system.
you just the green drink wouldn't get your seeds wouldn't get crushed. You get seeds in your drink and be like, God damn it, I've got seeds in my drink. I get what
Take
Michael's
the seeds
doing.
out and put the rest of the core
Or
in there.
maybe the seeds are holding that fungi. I don't know. You don't know.
I will consider doing that because if that's the most beneficial part, that's why I'm drinking the damn thing. I throw it away every time. I did it last night.
There you go.
It's called cocoa butter.
A woman in Indiana named Joanne showed
Yeah.
up for a meeting with her probation officer.
Is this a John Mellencamp song?
She's so hot.
No. She showed up at the meeting with her probation officer and was promptly arrested.
Why?
Oops.
According to the county sheriff's office, a
You
woman
have to wear clothes.
A woman
I know,
had
right? You're not allowed to fish yourself when you walk in the door.
The county sheriff office
I lost
says,
2 of my fingers. Make that 3.
Oh! The sheriff's office said a woman had called him earlier to report that Joanne had stolen her teeth.
Oh, wait.
Oh, man.
Her dentures, you know?
Oh, okay.
And sure enough, when Joanne showed up to her
She had
probation office, she had
white and
those
pearlies?
teeth
She had
in
4
her
rows of teeth?
mouth. Yeah, like a predator or whatever, the alien.
She just steals everyone's dentures.
The deputy who met Joanne said the dentures were obviously not hers.
Oh, man, they didn't fit right.
Joanne said, no, these are mine, but when police examined them and saw the other lady's name written on them,
Oh, man.
case closed.
Yeah, no, that does do it.
Yeah, but
Always
she
write
spit-
your name on your dentures.
Right, but she spit on him, so, dibs.
I know, right? Do I really want them back? They've been in her
yeah.
mouth all day.
They have recovered the dentures for that lady, so I don't know, man.
Gross.
Bit of Listerine, you'll be all right.
Yeah, run those things under the tap.
Piss on them.
Right. Someone stole over $1,000 from the city of Boston, and now a
they've got
man
more.
has been arrested. Police say it was a Boston parking official who allegedly stole over $1,300 in quarters from the city meters between August and September of 2017. It's over 5,000 quarters.
Somebody's going to get that guy off the streets.
That's the tip of the iceberg, though, because basically they're investigating $90,000 in parking money missing. That's
a lot of coin.
That's a lot. That's 360,000 quarters.
Play a lot of Mortal Kombat with that.
Yeah.
What?
And there's not even arcades anymore.
I was going to say, who plays... Anyway.
But that's crazy. This guy, I guess they put in these new smart parking meters.
Yeah.
And they report back how much money we took in. And when the guy comes and drops off the money, it's not enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's the only guy who had a key to it. So
The fatal flaw in his plan.
Yeah. Boo, ha, ha, ha. That doesn't seem like a lot of money. I mean, it's bad. You shouldn't steal and all that. But $1,300 over a few months in quarters seems a little light. It doesn't seem like that bad of a crime.
You're saying let him go?
I'm just saying, hey, man, why can't we all have quarters?
Well, because you can't have free quarters.
Oh,
it
yeah.
ends up,
Okay.
Yeah.
Point taken. Today's the day.
Hey, why did Paul Newman screw the head of all those parking meters off?
To get to the other side?
What?
It's what Paul Newman's.
Yeah, in the movie, what we got here is failure to communicate. Yeah. That
Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke. At the start, when he's cranking the head off all the parking meters with some sort of wrench thing that cuts metal.
He's gonna take the money.
No, he's not taking the money. He's just cutting the heads off, and they're all falling over on the ground. He's not taking any money. He was just making parking free.
He's gonna show it, give it to the man, stick it to the man.
Because that's all he was like. Sorry to anybody that hasn't seen one of the greatest movies of all time, but at the start of the movie, he's just super drunk, and he's got some sweet metal cutter, and he just cuts the head off all the parking meters. He doesn't take any money. He just takes them all off, and he's drunk, and you can tell he's doing it because he's like, fuck you. But I was always wondering what. Now I realize he's doing it because he's like, I don't think anybody should pay to park.
That's right. He was born free. You'll never take that away from him.
And everybody else should be born free too. Is that what he's
right.
doing?
You can put chains on his ankles, but you'll never put chains on his soul.
He had failure to communicate. I know that.
Mm-hmm. That's what they had there.
I swear I thought that was a lady when I heard it in the Guns N' Roses song. It's the first place I heard it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, no, that I'm not gonna lie. That was the first time I heard it, and then when in the movie, I was like, "Oh wow, it's all coming together now."
Yep.
Yeah.
I do not remember this part of the movie. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the start of the movie.
I know. It's crazy.
Cracking open another cold one.
I just didn't know you can get that drunk off beer.
Today's the day we're all going to become vegetarian.
Why?
Okay, so there's expected news and
Oh, you know who the funniest person is in the world and who should be president? Bill Burr.
He's pretty good.
I like him.
Thank you. I don't think he likes me, but I don't care. He's a genius.
Yes.
And I didn't know. I don't know. I still don't know. But now that I know a little bit, best comedian, best guy, the best guy.
Yeah, I saw him at the Comedy Store in December.
Unbelievable.
He's great.
He's
I was laughing so hard I couldn't catch my breath.
He's a killer. Absolute killer. Sorry, Will. You were saying?
I'm saying you're all going to be vegetarian.
Oh,
no, I'm not. I'm not because I get untouched meats, stay classy meats delivered to my house.
Okay, so
I win now.
There's expected news and unexpected news, and this is unexpected news.
Mm-hmm.
A piece of raw chicken turned into a zombie and crawled off the plate.
Yes, finally.
To the horror of restaurant goers in Florida.
And what did it say?
Help me!
What happened?
It didn't talk. It just crawled off the plate.
Nobody crawled off a plate.
Yeah, you want to see the video?
Yes.
There's a video of it. Here it is. There's the raw chicken sitting on the plate.
I don't know if this is real.
It's real.
What the fuck was that?
Well, but plants often leave.
I'm gonna. How much longer? Oh man, that one hurt my butt.
Look at that
I don't know if
chicken
I
crawling
should
off
be here
the plate.
anymore.
Raw chicken crawling off the plate.
What does that mean? What does that mean that the nervous system was tweaking? Still in the body?
Show us a different video there, Andrew.
What do you mean? That's not the video?
No, that is the video of the chicken crawling off the plate.
Yeah, that would be like a Japanese place where they literally just killed it and threw it out on the table.
Yeah.
That would be the idea. I've been to.
Here you go. Here's another piece of beef. This time, wiggling around.
Yeah, that's got maggots in it though. That's a different thing.
No, it doesn't. Show us a different one.
That's got something in it.
So you're telling
No,
me
it
the meat
doesn't.
used to be alive, Will?
I'm telling you that the meat used to be alive,
Why is that meat boiling?
and it's still got nerve endings that are firing off in it.
Well, that means it's fresh.
Yes.
What are we doing
it
here?
does. It's fresh meat.
Yeah, it moves because it's a fucking dead animal. Grow up.
I mean, there's no need to be mean, Michael.
I don't know. I said
Have
that.
to grow up.
Wow.
A bit cringy about
Yeah.
the flinchy meats.
Yeah, the flinchy meat's a little cringy.
Yeah, that's all.
It doesn't matter if all that means it's fresh.
Now I gotta grow up and shit.
Yeah,
I've been
man.
to-
yeah, really.
I was just trying to hang out and
Hey,
flinch
man,
a
I
little
was
bit
like,
to the.
hey, I mean, maybe you like your meat flinchy,
Hey.
not so much. For
I
me.
like my squid flinchy.
I don't like. I
No,
don't.
not me.
I don't want
No.
my squid flinchy.
No flinchy squid.
I kind of want to go
Yeah.
home.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys, I don't understand.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, I think Kevin's just gonna eat some
do you,
Reese's
do you like
Pieces.
do you like sushi
Do I like sushi?
in general?
Not anymore.
I do like sushi.
Okay.
yes.
Do you think you'd rather have sushi that was caught 3 days ago or caught yesterday?
Whichever one makes it not.
Stop doing it,
Wait,
Michael. It's
Yeah.
not fair.
As long as it doesn't move, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I want it to be truly dead and at peace before I eat it.
I don't want it crawling off my plate, man.
Part of me is like, look, I would like to I could be a wolf and come out in the night and attack you and murder you and eat you alive
while you're still warm.
Yeah, but the other part is like I like sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in super dead ones too. that
Yeah.
Preferably not even any meat in it. I kind of like sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe some nice raw vegetables. And
Maybe
an
some
apple
maybe
core
some
could be
churned
good.
up off milk. We're just living, man. You know, but that is it's sad. You know, because to me it just tells me that chicken didn't want to die yet.
Yeah, and its spirit, it's still running.
It's still giving it a good old, you know what I mean, a good old college try.
Right.
Mhm.
But there's no point because you're failing college. You're half a wing. You're not even there anymore, bro.
I mean, that is a piece of meat that's been hacked up,
Mm-hmm.
and like the blade created flaps, and those flaps began to function as arms and pulled itself off the plate.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Like, I feel like we should be running for the hills right now. What the
Why?
hell is that?
So chickens keep running around for a while, right? Like they stay alive when you cut their
Yeah.
heads off.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that they can do that.
Yeah,
What is?
for a week.
Why are you doing this? Why are you telling us about
it-
meat that moves?
It was a news story today that a chicken walked off the dinner plate.
Okay.
I assume you just wanted to tell me where I could enjoy the freshest chicken.
Yeah, it's in Florida. So, another unexpected headline. Okay, you know who Mother Teresa is, right? Or
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. Christopher Hitchens. Move on. She's nice, I guess.
yeah, being that
did
she
some
devoted her whole life to helping poor, hungry people.
Well, she devoted her whole life for people not wearing condoms too. But anyway.
So that makes her other actions
She did a lot
illegitimate?
of stuff for. You know what? She's probably good. You're right. Go ahead.
I would call her a saint. But anyway,
Well, there were all those miracles performed in her presence, so that's what proved that she was a saint.
yeah. So anyway, this volunteer charity worker, who is Mother Teresa's special assistant, Mark Bloomfield, was killed in a bar brawl.
Oh.
You don't expect that though. Like Mother Teresa's assistant is
I
killed
do.
in a bar brawl.
I do bad things happen to bad people.
You don't know anything about his assistant.
I might be wrong.
Okay, well, here's a couple of things about him. He set up camps in India for doctors to perform cataract surgeries on poor people and opened schools for girls who would not ordinarily have access to education.
Sounds like he couldn't handle his whiskey, though.
That dick hole. Yeah, he got real mouthy when he got drunk.
So yeah, he talked shit to the wrong guy, huh?
I don't know what happened.
You have no idea.
It was in Wales.
He was an innocent bystander.
He was beaten in a pub in Wales.
Maybe like two people had a fight and he was right in the middle and they both punched and missed and
guys.
hit him instead.
Can't we all get along with
Maybe he
love?
tried to break it up. That's right. And then they both beat him to death for trying to break up those two drunk people being crazy.
Maybe.
Maybe
we'll never know. But he's dead.
All right.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah. All right. Now it's time for my favorite part of the news.
Can we talk about shit again?
No. My second favorite part of the news.
Mm-hmm.
You be the judge.
Mm.
Guilty or innocent? You
Guilty.
be the judge. No,
Wow,
not yet.
That was the white blood speaking really quick.
Right.
Sorry?
Just guilty straight away. Okay.
From Arizona, CBS 5.
Oh, you might be right.
Police say a 33-year-old man who is a district manager for a corporation which runs salons and Walmart stores.
A salon manager, you say?
Yep.
That's not a guilty guy.
He's facing felony charges
of
unlawful recording and voyeurism.
Okay, bathroom recording.
My kind of guy.
Here's what the man says.
That's Kevin's second favorite perversion.
Here's his side of the story. Sorry. He told police he was meeting someone from the internet who agreed to let him record them while they peed for sexual stimulation.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
no, he's screwed.
The man from the internet had described exactly what he would be wearing, so when the guy walked into the bathroom in that outfit, he started recording him. There's only two problems. Number one, it wasn't the guy.
And it was a girl?
It was a guy who just happened to be wearing the same stuff. And number
man.
two, the guy who was recording was 17 years old.
Ooh.
So, if he has a paper trail of a guy from the internet saying, film me peeing, I'm going to be wearing orange socks and a blue hat that says Roll Tide on it, and this guy that walked into the restroom has all that on, is he guilty or innocent?
Still
You're
guilty.
the judge. You're the judge.
Definitely still guilty.
Guilty
Did
or
the
innocent?
initial guy trick him? Like, was this all a setup? Like, he put the exact outfit he described on a 17-year-old in order to...
Let's assume not.
Okay.
Let's assume nobody has a reason to trick a salon.
And the guy that emailed him doesn't exist. They can't find the actual guy that wanted to urinate on camera for the other man.
But they do have the emails.
Yeah.
Can you give him half the trouble he would be?
But the person
normally?
that sent the emails is not replying back saying, "Hey, I
Yes.
didn't. Did you get the video?"
I'll be involved with that court case. No, the guy's not replying.
Right, because it's a guy. Because the guy that filmed the pee thing made that email up. Obviously,
It doesn't even matter if he did. He's guilty. Because let's just say it's something a little bit more cut and dried, like I like punching people I don't know in the face. Can I
So
find,
much fun.
Can
Will
I,
does that
can
all
I
the
find
time.
somebody out there who just wants to be randomly punched in the face? Hey, I'm looking to punch somebody in the face, and you hit me back, and I go, okay, let's meet somewhere so I can punch you in the face. Great, we're all consenting here if I don't kill you or whatever. Let's say I want to take it to the next level, and I say, but I want it to seem like this is a total random occurrence, so we're going to walk down the street at the same time, and we'll set up at a time, and I'm just going to punch you and knock you down. Well, now we have introduced some legal exposure here. Now you have to be the guy that I think we am, because I'm so tweaked that I need to not actually talk to you before I do it. I've created legal exposure. It's the same thing here. If he just met up with the guy and said, okay, you're the guy who I get to film peeing, right? We wouldn't have had this issue. But he couldn't do it like that. He was so tweaked, it had to be without talking to the guy, without acknowledging each other, and he opened himself up to this.
I think the guy's story is true.
I agree.
Because also he immediately, the first thing he did was apologize to the guy and say, I was supposed to be meeting somebody else here. So he had to be quick with that, to make up that whole thing.
Shit,
But hey, while we're here,
But-
can I film you taking a dump?
And he's got the emails and all that. But regardless of all that,
use that pee?
yeah, he needed to make sure that he had somebody consenting on that side, and he did not. So I would find him guilty, I think. Yep.
what's the charge if you get caught filming a dude doing a pee?
Well,
I mean, if you're 17, you're
yeah.
probably a sex offender now.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you already get that unlawful recording and voyeurism thing, and then you get the probably, welfare of a child thing or something.
Man, just watch yourself pee. If you want to see a dick piss, just fucking look down.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Much safer.
Right?
People are into weird stuff, but that one just seems like
Yep.
the point of it and the payout is It's not worth it. And what if I get the wrong guy and then I'm a sex offender? Like, come on, man, it's just filming a guy pee. Couldn't we line up some other place where the odds of me filming the wrong guy peeing are slim to none?
Right.
You know, like, man, this whole game plan where bullshit. You know, you just filming dudes pee and you had that bullshit story is what I think.
So you be the judge on this one.
Okay.
Who's right? Who's wrong? A woman named Jackie from Bakersfield, California, met a man while on a fishing trip. They spent a few days texting each other afterwards until the man texted, "Let me come over and make you dinner." She replied that she was busy that night, and the man replied and admitted that he did not have a place to stay that night.
She's a killer.
He said, "I would still like to come over and make you dinner, and I would like a place to stay because I don't have a place to stay." They went back and forth a bit until she posted all their texts on the internet saying that he is a hobosexual. Meaning, you know, he'll have sex for a place to live, and he's accusing her of being a gold digger because she won't go out with a guy who doesn't have a place to stay.
Oh, well, I'm in full support of her. 110%. You have a home, and you don't want to sleep with a guy that doesn't have a home.
Fair enough.
And it's your vagina and your home.
But
he is a hobosexual.
He is a hobosexual, yeah.
How do you know?
Well, why do you keep bringing up that you have no place to stay and you really need to come over?
This is hobosexual activity.
Yeah, that's like...
Hey, just because you commit a hobosexual act doesn't mean you're a hobosexual.
Look, if she says, you know what, nothing turns me on more than somebody that has no place to live, and he goes, well, yeah, I'm totally homeless and I'm coming over right now, then different story. But she's like, not into it. And he's like, but I'm seriously homeless and I need to come over and stay at your house. Then, yeah, you got put on blast because you're an idiot.
Okay. Up until if they have dinner plans and then he tries to finagle to stay over, then you might make a different argument. But once he lays his cards on the table, look, I've really got to stay at your house tonight. That's hobosexual.
Yeah. I mean, look at it where you don't have a vagina and the guy you met fishing just says he really needs to stay at your house. You're out on that one, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You are out on someone telling you that they really. Well, okay, what happened? What happened last night?
Look,
and what about the next night? Like, I can't agree to this stranger who's now needs to live with me.
No, but that's her right. I'm not saying that he should have the right to sleep at her house or something. Of course, she could say no, leave me alone. I'm just saying that, you know, why do you have to post his shit up on the internet and say that, oh, this guy doesn't have a home?
Because you're harassing me. Because you're harassing me.
What? He sent her 2 texts saying, hey, I would like to cook you dinner.
No,
and
thanks.
To be honest, I don't have a place to stay.
Yeah, and then when she said no thanks, then he said, no, I don't think you understand.
No, he said, she said, I'm busy.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, just to be honest, I don't have a place to stay.
Right. So you need to take care of me.
I don't think she should have blown up his spot, but I don't think that makes her a horrible
good point.
person. I think people just nowadays, that's the first thing that they think is, ooh, this is
good for the internet.
This is gossipy shit people will want to hear about.
All right,
everybody, look at me. It's my turn to have a thing that people look at on Facebook.
All right, here is the last you be the judge. You know, is chess a sport? Video games a sport?
No.
Okay, how about this one? Emerson College in Boston. That's a fancy college. Been around for 150 years or something. Private institution, you know, fancy college. It's now home to the first official collegiate Vogue ballroom house.
Guilty.
What?
Voguing.
Wait, that's a thing?
Like Madonna?
Yeah.
Nobody did that. I mean, not seriously.
Collegiate voguing.
Guilty.
Oh, fuck off.
Death penalty.
It's not real.
It is real.
It's not.
It is.
It's not a sport.
It's not a sport.
These morons can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Right? But I got down into it because I didn't understand what they're talking about. You know, collegiate Vogue ballroom house. What do all these words mean? The house ballroom community, do you know what that is? House ballroom community is an underground LGBT subculture that originated in the United States in which people compete for trophies, prizes, and glory at events called balls. Ball participants are mainly young African American and Latin American. The culture extends beyond the extravagant formal events, as many participants in ball culture also belong to groups known as houses, a long-standing tradition in LGBT communities and communities of color, where chosen families of friends live in a household together, forming families to replace their families of origin who won't have anything to do with them anymore because they're gay or bi or whatever. So
it's a real thing.
Yeah, I didn't know about all this. I thought that was kind
That's
of
amazing,
interesting thing. But
I made their own little community.
I think it's obviously not a sport, but yeah, that sounds like a fun event to go to, right?
I like balls, but it doesn't make voguing a sport.
You said you like balls.
Yeah, I'm happy for them all. Wait, that
doesn't look like a ball.
Yeah, they do
They're
dance.
just partying.
Looks like some tits.
They're one at a time. They're all gonna vogue, and some of them are satirical, and some of them are, I was gonna say straight. Some of them are, for real, serious.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It looks like a cool community full of love.
It does look like they're having fun.
It's not a sport
for sure.
I don't
Well,
even
voguing was stupid and nobody did it the first. Like
Right.
literally.
Well, it seems what they're doing actually looks like they've got their own. Like it's dancing in a little circle.
Yeah, I've
You
yet
know
to
what I
see
mean?
anyone
You actually do some moves.
I've yet to see anyone vogue. Like nobody actually vogued. It never extended beyond the Madonna music video and whatever club she was going to that week, other than people joking about it. Nobody vogued seriously.
It's just a bunch of people expressing themselves. Arts. They're creating art and love. It's great.
Art and love.
Give them a medal too if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, trophy.
Just don't. You're not an athlete. Maybe you are. Not right then. There.
I found this list. You guys were talking about movie ratings the other day, and what would lead to an R rating or an X rating.
Yeah, no, Tally was. I wasn't.
I think Kevin was.
I think Kevin
Yeah,
said
you guys
you
are
can-
rating over there.
You
sure.
get one fuck or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it?
I ran across this article from Cracked about
You love Cracked.
rating controversies.
Yeah.
And I ran across three that I thought were interesting. One is an NC-17 will kill a movie.
What?
Yeah, a lot of chains won't carry.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of the big ones. I don't know for sure, but like say AMC. Like if you put out a movie and it gets an NC-17 and all the big chains won't carry it, your box office is just going to tank.
So that's a gentleman's X.
Pretty much,
Yeah. So when the ratings board viewed American Psycho, with all the graphic murder in it and stuff, it initially received an NC-17 rating, but not because of the violence.
One shot of Christian Bale's butthole.
No. The MPAA instead drew the line at a scene where Patrick Bateman hires two sex workers, and the board thought it was too sexy. They thought, we're going to give this an NC-17. The only way they got out of it was when the director agreed to cut out the faces of the women.
What about the part where he asks the one prostitute to eat the other prostitute's butt?
That's fine, as long as we're not looking at their faces, which I think was important to the movie, at least in the book. They were bored, and he's thinking he's a sex god, And you should have been able to tell by their faces that they're bored having sex with him. But
I thought they were scared.
They're bored.
Oh.
Anyway, number two is...
Wait, that movie was not an...
It was an R.
Oh, okay.
This shows you that there's no rhyme or reason to movie ratings. In 1969, The Wild Bunch, you know that movie, Western movie? Ernest Borgnine. And...
Sam Peckinpah.
Yeah. It was released in theaters. It had an R rating for violence. When Warner Brothers attempted to theatrically release it with 10 extra minutes on the 25th anniversary of the movie, they showed it to the board and they gave it an NC-17 rating. The thing is, those 10 minutes were already in the original version of the movie. There was nothing new in the movie these people were watching, but just this board decided to give it an NC-17, where that last board gave it a R.
Wow.
Yeah, they had to. They finally worked it out where they're like, come on, we had this R rating for 25 years, and they finally worked it out where they could get the R rating so they could show it in theaters. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I think there's a documentary on the MPAA because they're just like this weird shadowy organization, and they hold all this power, and they don't really give too many explanations, and yeah, they're supposedly very tricky to deal with.
Wait, like as in they get money to let these things happen?
I don't exactly remember the gist of it, but like
I think you can't. They're anonymous. You can't know who they are or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, something weird.
And finally,
well, then how do you change it? How do you go? Wait a minute, you guys made the wrong choice. You need to change it. How did he get them to change it?
It might be like Michelin star ratings, like where you don't know who is making the actual decision, but there's a broker that you can talk to.
Yeah, I think you can talk to that board, but not the people who are watching the movies and deciding what they are.
Justin, you have some theories on this?
I do. So there's an older documentary from, I think, like 2008, and it's called "This Film Is Not Yet Rated," and touches on a lot of these. But my favorite example, there is a lot of sexism, whereas like the women can't have too many orgasms, etc. before it's an NC-17. But my favorite example was from the Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Team America. If you remember, that's the movie about puppets saving the world. It's real ridiculous. So one of the scenes was a sex scene between two puppets, and I think it was like 90 seconds to 2 minutes that they originally submitted. Came back NC-17, too graphic. So Trey Parker, Matt Stone, being the smartasses they are, they went back and added it and made it like 10 minutes long, just totally excessive to the point where it wasn't even funny. Submitted it again. It came back again, of course, NC-17. So when they resubmitted it for the third time, they put it back to its original form, and then the MPAA said, okay, I guess it's okay, and they let them make it an R-rated film.
What?
Well, yeah, they're good at fucking with people.
So yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, you guys have both seen this documentary. I haven't. They wouldn't tell you, hey, if you just took out the blah blah blah, so you have to kind of guess.
You have to guess.
So one of the advantages that the big studios have over smaller filmmakers is I think it costs like $250,000 per rating.
Oh wow!
So the little ones have to get it right the first time. The bigger ones very often will intentionally go over the line so that when they get the bad rating, they can cut stuff out. They go in planning to do that.
There you go.
Wow, amazing.
Money talks. Thanks, Justin.
All right, thank y'all.
The last one on my list is Phantasm. You know that movie, right?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the spinny ball thing?
Yeah.
The tall man.
It's basically a bunch of nonsense, but it's got that silver spinny ball thing in it.
That ball kicks ass.
It does. It scared the shit out of me as a kid.
I know. I was afraid of that ball.
That's all anybody really
know what you guys are
remembers
talking
about the
about.
movie, but it's a floating murder ball.
That has a blade on it.
Yeah, and there's a creepy old man who wields it. But the ratings
he's gonna take
board,
the ball.
the ratings board found this movie to be unacceptable, not because of the demonic beheadings and stuff going on, but because it showed pee. In one scene, a villainous goon gets his head fatally penetrated by that stabby silver sphere.
Yeah.
And then he wets himself as he falls to the floor. They're like, you ain't wetting yourself around here. So they gave it an X rating. But an LA Times critic had seen a screener of the movie and really liked it, so he called up the board and urged them to reconsider that rating.
So who are these people that get to urge these people to
Right.
What's this? What's reconsider mean? Like, let's give them a bunch of money, or it just seems like when somebody goes, wait. Let me talk to the board, and then the board goes, oh, I didn't know you wanted to talk to us. Then, yeah, we'll pass it. It's like, what's this fucking conversation? Who's the person that has the key to the board?
I guess theaters won't take a movie that's not been rated, right? I mean, you have to get it rated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
For the most part.
Wait, Woodsman wasn't rated?
Yeah, but we didn't have we had a private screening for it. We didn't have a theatrical.
Well, then everyone should just have private. It should just go back to mom and pop. I want mom and pop movies.
Yeah.
So, did you see so-and-so? No. Why not? Because it's in my area. It doesn't play in your area.
That's really it for Will's news. I have a few other things, but
we don't have time, Will.
Yeah, we don't have time. We're running out of time. WillsNews.com, can I say?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. WillsNews.com. Go there and stuff.
Have a good rest of your day and shit. Don't die.
Wait.
Shitting? No, don't die. Have a good day and shit. And stuff. Fuck off, man. Don't die.
Sorry.
The king of the afternoons isn't just on the radio.
They've been all around the world, and no one's ever told us how many M&Ms they can fit in their foreskin.
Stay informed and catch up on all the behind-the-scenes footage by following them on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood,